Leak better take off.
Man, it has been too long since your boy has been streaming, but as you clearly can see, your boy is finally back on the grind. I'm doing what I gotta do, man. Salute to every single one of y'all that's pulling up in this show tonight, man. Like, ooh, I hope I can remember to do all of this because it's been a minute since I last streamed, but as I said, your boy is here. And you know I had to talk about this Diddy situation, man, because it's not like I ain't talked about it at all before. But now with everything that's going on, and then with all the stuff that I seen last night, oh yeah, I'm about to let some stuff come out tonight, man, because this is my platform. I can say what I want to say over here, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do over here, man. But like I said, first and foremost, thank y'all for pulling up for this show tonight, man. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good show, for real, for real. But before I get into all of that, let me see who all up in the chat right now. Oh, salute to you, my homie Bronze, flat powered God in the building, man. Salute to you, homeboy. Much appreciation for you to come through, man. Much love, man. And even though I know sometimes you be watching the clouds whenever I go live and stuff like that, but hey, as long as you hit that like button, you all right with me, man. That's all I got to say about that. And then shout out to my homie K Capo saying, "Hope good to see you live, hope see you live." Hope, hey man, I'm glad to be back, man. Cause your brother's been away for a minute, man. Like this is really the first live that I did by myself for real, like since in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like me getting back into the swing of things. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do over here, but thank you, man. Man, I'm good, man. Your boy was just on I was just on a cruise about a month ago. So I've just been on vacation mode for so long, but now I'm back into the grind mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm back into it and we gonna talk about this Diddy situation. We gonna talk about it. Exactly. A shout out to you, H&M, man. Thanks for pulling up, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I know I could always count on you to show up for your homie, man. Like, much appreciated to you. Okay. First time in a yeah, yeah, you're right. This is really the first live that I've done all year, really. So I guess you could say, hey, happy 2024, even though we're damn near in the middle of 2024. So you know how that go, man. But thank y'all for always rocking with me, man. Because I mean, I knew a lot of people was asking me for the longest, like, "Hey, yo, Killer, when you coming back, man? With swag, when you coming back? When you coming back?" I said, man, with all the stuff that I had going on in my personal life, man, I didn't even really know. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you know, I was able to talk about this and I actually had a lot of free time today. So I was like, let me just go ahead and talk about this stuff. And then, being part of the show that, I was on last night really got me motivated to doing this show for real because like I said, the stuff that I seen last night with all of the caping going on in that panel last night. Oh my god, like oh my god, yo, this was absolutely ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I just knew I just had to talk about it. Like I was already gonna talk about Diddy anyway after I seen the footage. And of course, I can't play the footage here because I ain't trying to get no trouble. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I've done something on this channel in a long time, and I'm not trying to get in trouble on my first day back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Ah, no, no, wait a minute, H&M. Like, I don't think it was this is the first solo show I did in a year, but the last show I did on this channel was, Kill 'Em Sweetly show, which we got to get another Kill 'Em Sweetly show in here. So yeah, but yeah, that was the first. This is the first solo show that I've done in a year. So yeah, you right about that. But if you talking about overall, no, I did like Kill 'Em Sweetlies and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, let me see what my homie got to say. Why are people still defending P Diddy despite all the evidence against him? Oh, I'm about to get into that. I'm going to definitely get into that. But first and foremost, like I said, if you guys are new watching this, like make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Make sure that if you are a brand new viewer, make sure that you hit the subscribe button because, like I said, I'm about to take y'all on a ride tonight. Some people may agree with what I got to say, some people may not. But all in all, I just feel like I need to say what I got to say about it, man, because it's really been bothering me ever since it happened last night, for real. Okay, what my dude Capo say? I caught bits and pieces of last night's live. A lot went on. Absolutely, a lot went on, and a lot of caping for Diddy. That's a fact. I was like, man, you have got to be kidding me. With as much as I say last night, like even with the video, people were still caping for this dude. And like I said, I'm gonna get into more of that a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I got the time today, so I'm gonna get into all of that and my honest to God opinions on this stuff, man. But I hope everybody that's watching, man, has a great Saturday. And like I always will say, man, you could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, yo. So much appreciation to all of you guys for coming through, pulling up, and showing out, man. And make sure that you share the stream, yo. Share the show so that more people can come over here and partake in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I think this is a conversation that really needs to be had, and it really showcases a lot in the black community. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all just need to really have this type of talk, have this type of time, all that good stuff, man. So, like I said, all in all, it's just what we need because, like I said, everything at Capo, everything that I said last night, and I'm gonna get into that. Everything that I saw last night, like that's what I saw last night was really an eye opener, like on how a lot of people move in these spaces, and it's like, wow, yo, like y'all really let these personas get to your head. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we gonna get it. We gonna get it though. Okay. All right. Let me see what you talking about, Capo. I just finished watching the undisputed heavyweight fight with Tyson Fury. It was a great fight. Hey, yo, who won that fight though? For real, Capo, who won that fight? Was it Fury or was it the other guy? Because I ain't been really been keeping up with boxing like I used to, man. Like, cause I mean, I just don't keep up with it like I used to. Like, I used to watch it a long time, of course, with Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Evander Holyfield, you know what I'm saying? Even the younger Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and all of those. But like once all of them either got old or retired and stuff like that, I just stopped keeping up with the sport like that. So who won that fight? Go ahead and drop it in the comments, bro. But yeah, but anyway, it was so much fun. Like shoot, just thinking about the stuff. And I was so happy when I was on my vacation and my cruise because I wasn't really thinking about a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I knew eventually I was gonna have to come back on. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I actually miss talking to y'all. I miss you guys. So that's why I came back up here. And plus, like I said earlier, this was a topic that was already discussed prior. You know what I'm saying on this channel. So it's not like I'm just touching it just to be trying to get clicks and views and stuff like that. So yeah, this is something that's been discussed before over here and on Sweet Belly Beats channel and stuff like that. So yeah, I just felt like to bring my perspective into this because you know a brother feels like I said, it's just a lot of hypocrisy in that Diddy situation. Like I said, if you watched that show last night, you saw it on full display, like for real, for real. So that's why I say buckle up, strap in, get yourself something nice to drink on, something cold to sip on, something to eat on. If you're eating dinner right now, make sure you're eating your dinner, put it on TV, your tablet, your phone, however you go do this. Because like I said, tonight, you about to see a side of swag that you probably didn't even know that existed, even though people that's in my personal life always knew it existed. But I wanted to show you guys something though. Like I know y'all looking in the background of behind me and y'all see this something playing in the background. It's something that I was cooking up while I was away. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Rock. Shout out to the Rock, man, because he's the final boss of the WWE. So I decided to take on the persona of the boss of YouTube. I want y'all to take a look at this background and tell me what y'all think of it, yo. Just keep it real. I'm gonna stay off the stage for a little minute, but let me know what y'all think about this. Yeah. So what y'all think about that, yo? I like it. Cool. Appreciate it, homie. Like I said, even though I was away, I was cooking up stuff in the background. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do something that was kind of separating myself from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, I like to be my own individual. You know what I'm saying? I love to just be my own person. So I always wanted to do that. And plus, I like the moniker of final boss because I always think of myself as a final boss. And then when I was in the Dominican Republic and I was talking to one of the locals, they addressed me as the boss. So I'm like, hey, why don't I just use that for my thing? Your sense of creativity surpasses my own. Hey man, sure. I just have a very big, vivid imagination. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll be seeing you over there doing your things on your shows too, man. So it's not like, oh well, you don't, you ain't doing. Because I'll be seeing the videos, like whether it was your intro video or your outro video. Because like I still got to do an outro video. I still ain't even did my own. I've done outros for the Grown and Sexy Conversation outro, and I did the you know, of course, for the Kill Them Sweetly outro, but I never did an outro for myself. And I'm pretty soon do that though, for real. I'm probably gonna do that whenever I do my solo show, no matter what it is, like, and get that going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I be seeing what you be doing over there, man. Even though I can't really say nothing because a lot of the times, either you be in the morning time and I be knocked out cold, or you know what I'm saying, like you be at night when I'm at work, so I can't really say anything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get caught by my superiors. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get in trouble. I mean, I could always type in the chat, but I can't really hop on panels like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay incognito. You know? Yeah, I wanted to throw that music back on while the background was showing because I didn't want it to just be dead silent. You know? But yeah, for all the new people that's watching, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Run the numbers up for your boy, man. And share for your boy, man. Oh, look who we got here. My homegirl Cynical's in the building. Salute to you. Let me show you what I got going on back here, Cynical. What you think about this? Yeah, I like that, man. Like when I seen that, I knew I had to get that for myself, man, because like it just fits my whole demeanor, man. Because like I said, I always view myself as like the boss. So and plus, since like I said, the since the Dominican dude at the Dominican Republic hit me up and said that you know he looks at me as like a boss, I'm like, yo, I might as well take it on the road, but don't get it twisted. The flames are still lit. Okay, over here, the flames are still lit. So don't get it twisted. Like I said, 2024 and beyond, the flames have been lit. That ain't going nowhere. It's just now you seeing the boss moniker go along with it. Like everybody and their mama been giving me names lately, man. That's crazy. But before we get into the Diddy situation, because I know that's what a lot of y'all are waiting for me to talk about. I want to talk about another situation that caught my attention while I was away. Like, are y'all familiar with the homeboy Darius McQuery of Family Matters, who used to play Eddie Winslow? Like, y'all familiar with him? I know a lot of y'all are, because a lot of us grew up around the same time period. So I know a lot of us watched. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us watched Family Matters back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. She said, Cynical said yes. Okay, much. All right, man. Like I don't know if y'all been keeping up in the news or whatever, but they said that this boy Darius McQuery, aka Eddie Winslow, has a scene with with a LGHDTV type of dude. You know what I'm saying? He got a scene with Sydney Starr. Now I know a lot of people probably know who that is. Okay, let me see. I watched every episode of those early to mid '80s. it. Of course, of course. I'm actually surprised that show lasted longer than it did. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Old boy was messing around, or flames of lightning. You may as well call yourself a fire god, like fire god. Like, okay, you might have something there. Who's to say? I might actually do something like that just for a different background. You know what I'm saying? I might do something like that. You never know. So don't be surprised if you see the next show I do, or maybe some shows down the line, you might see some flames behind me. So don't be shocked, and some electricity or something. But yeah, yeah. But when I heard about Darius McQuery supposed to be in a quote unquote OF scene with Sydney Star, I was like, what? I ain't even know old boy rolled like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was crazy because I mean he was messing around with Superhead at one point of his life. He was married with children. Like he never struck me as the type that messed with you know those LGHTV people. I never would have guessed that from him. So that's why I was like shocked as wood to see that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, he trying to play it off. Oh, what's good with you, Poppy Blanco? What's going on with you, fam, man? Thanks for pulling up to the show, man. For real. Much love to you. I see you be making your rounds on these YouTube spaces, man. But shout out to you, homeboy. And I heard that tomorrow was your birthday, so happy early birthday, fam. For real. All right, had to get me a swig of that drink. You know what I'm saying? Whew, it's hitting right now. But anyway, like I said, I can't believe old boy Eddie Winslow got a scene, a OFC with Sydney Star, man. When I heard about that, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Like, but of course, they try to play it off and stuff and say that it wasn't like that. It was for something else. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be associated with anybody like that, especially from somebody, you know what I'm saying, that ruined another superstar's career like the way that they did. I'm chilling. How you? Hey man, I'm chilling myself on this good Saturday evening, man. Like I'm just up here, just trying to get back into the swing of things because I've been away for so long. But your boy is finally back. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Diddy is done. He is done. Like I said that last night. I said that. I actually said that the whole dang on time. But of course, before any video ever came out, I've always said like, let's just hold off on judging him right now until we have concrete evidence and stuff. Like, but when that video came out yesterday, I said, oh yeah, he's done. But of course, like I said, I'm gonna get into more of that once we get into the Diddy situation. But what do you guys think about Eddie Winslow messing around with a transformer? Like, what y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? Because that was kind of crazy in and of itself, yo. Just to imagine Eddie Winslow being chill with a with a transformer, man. That was crazy as all hell when I heard about that. Hmm. But yeah, like that was nuts. I just wanted to touch on that for a minute because I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny, like, because I mean, this dude is like, but they say that the father from Family Matters is on that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised either way. So who knows what went on that set back in the day? So yeah. Anyway, let's get into this nitty gritty of this situation now. Yeah, that's right, Cynical. Tomorrow is gonna be Blanco's birthday. So shoot, everybody is in the chat, man. Put the birthday cakes and stuff on, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money like that to be giving nobody, so I'm broke. So just show them that type of love today, y'all. Because I doubt I'll be doing anything tomorrow, man. I just wanted to go live today because I had the time to do it, and you know, just to show y'all that your boy is still around. You know what I'm saying? I ain't went nowhere yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here and I'm still trying to make content for you guys. I ain't forget about none of the stuff that I said that I was gonna do for this channel. It's just that life life takes me everywhere these days. You know what I'm saying? Like I barely sit still now. I mean, I rarely sit still anyway. But nowadays, oh, I'm really out here. So that's why I'm just saying, like, so it's not like, oh, I'm just neglecting the channel and stuff like that. Like I really be out here in these streets, so I can't really be streaming like how I would want to, or how some people may want me to stream. So most definitely, like I didn't forget about y'all, and like I said, this was a topic that really was talked about for a long time. But let's get into this, man. Let's get into the topic right now. Diddy, aka the Diddler, aka Sean Puffy Combs, all the names that you want to give, or as he likes to call himself these days, Brother Love. You know, like, oh my God, where do I begin with this guy? Where do I begin with him? Okay, first off, I've said this many, many times on so many people's different, on so many different platforms. I said straight up, I never trusted the dude because he always had like a shady look to me. But of course, you can't really, go off a shady look. It's just like when you see somebody, you just got a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't shake the feeling that you have for certain people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo, this is mad wild. This is mad crazy. And to imagine that this dude is capable of some stuff. But like I said, I never really judged this dude off of anything just off of hearsay. I like to have like complete and utter proof before I start making any assessments to this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was about. But yeah, his history was never a good history. Like he's always had people coming from behind the scenes, or people that used to work with him, a bad boy, always talking down on him, whether it was a security guard or a former artist and stuff like that. Always said that he was a piece of what. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I can't go off of what some people say, but at the same time, you can't ignore what people say either. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a whole bunch of people saying the same thing about one person, everybody can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got liars out there, but not everybody is wrong about what they say about this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then when the lawsuit came about with Cassie, of course, everybody was so trying to, figure out what they wanted to do and, how they wanted to go about this. Because, I mean, she kind of hinted around the fact that dude did something. She just never really came out and said, oh, this dude beat me. He did this. Oh, shout out to my homie Leo Anthony, man. Thanks for pulling up to the show, homeboy. Much love. I know last night you must have had one of the biggest headaches after what you endured on that panel last night. Whoa! But yeah, man, shout out to everybody for that. But anyway, back to the Diddy situation. When that lawsuit hit, man, of course, I still wasn't one of those people that was just like, oh, he's guilty. He's guilty. I was never that type of guy, because like I said, I always wanted to see how this was going to play out before I said what I had to say about him. Because that's just like with the Brick Lady situation. Because I remember when that story first broke on the Shade Room and all that stuff, like I seen so many content creators rush to that story like immediately. Just was like, yo, 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 let's do this, let's do that. Let's talk about how this girl got busting her face in the head with a brick or something like that. And I remember that was the same day I was working on the Sunday. And then, Melody hit me up. She was like, I wanted to do the show on the Brick Lady situation. I was like, and plus at that time I knew she was like tired as what. So I said, you know what? Why don't we just wait a day or so? You know what I'm saying? Let's just wait on it. And at that time, I didn't know all of the new information was going to come out after that. I did that because I knew she was sleeping and she was going to fall asleep on the stream. And plus, I didn't feel like ending the stream because our brother just was getting home from work. And I was trying to have my alone time. I was trying to have my me time. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I get home from work, I don't really like being bothered. You know what I'm saying? I just be want to chill, relax, decompress, just let my body chill. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, brother go through a lot when he at work. I didn't fall asleep till 4:30 a.m. Thanks, Negroes. Oh my God, yo. Yeah, we gonna get into that too, man. Like we gonna get into that, Leo. Don't you worry, fam. Don't you worry. But yeah, back to the Diddy situation. Yeah, but like so when the lawsuit finally came out and stuff like that, we was just like, yo, let's just wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though we did do shows, I still stood on the ground of I'm not going to really give my thoughts until I get some type of concrete evidence that this dude is really guilty. Because I was also of the mindset that, they trying to set up a black man and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we always getting that, short end of the stick. So I'm like, let me just chill on this for a minute. Let me just wait and say all this stuff. But I kept it real on every show that I was on, whether if I was in the chat or whether if I was on the panel. I said, look, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about it, but in the end, it don't look good for him. Like it's really not looking good for him at all. So you gotta understand, like, what I'm saying? And that's just the stance that I was taking. Like, a lot of people was trying to challenge me on that and stuff like that. But it wasn't looking good for him. And then you have the raids that happened. And then you got Homeland Security coming to his house, taking everything that he owns. Because I mean, let's just be for real, dog. Like the fact that Homeland Security of all people came to raid your house, that pretty much lets me know that they already had quite a bit of information on you before they decided to do that. Because ain't no Homeland Security gonna do that. Like you can say whatever you want to say about government officials and stuff like that, but one thing when it comes to that type of stuff, they make sure they are very thorough when it comes to that. They are not going to come out of the woodwork and just come to your house just because somebody called them and say, "Hey, Diddy got such and such in his house. Go take a look." No, they're going to make sure they cross their I's, dot their I's, cross the T's and stuff like that. They're not about to just run up in your spot just off of a phone call like the holla police would. That's not gonna happen. So they already had quite a bit of evidence before that. Plus, they had to make sure they had some type of a warrant to really do a real search in his place. So, and even then, I was like, it's still looking bad for him with the whole investigation. I kept saying it for the longest. It does not look good for him because right now, more and more, it's not looking good. And then right after the raid, you got old boy that filed a lawsuit of his own, and he made some pretty crazy allegations, basically saying that Puff has a lot of freak off parties and how a lot of dudes be allegedly getting their cheeks clapped. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh my God, yo. Like, I mean, they even said that Stevie J was up in there piping down a white boy allegedly. And I'm like, oh, and of course he has since come out and said that that wasn't him. And they said even they said that the guy that I guess was in the original video came out and said, no, that was me who did that or whatever. And I'm just like, honestly, I don't really care. So, but it's just the fact that, his name was brought up into it. And they're saying that Cuba Gooding Jr. was involved in the freak offs and he was trying to get at the producer that was filing a lawsuit against Diddy and stuff. And then, oh my God, he even implicated, Meek Mill and Usher without necessarily saying their names. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is like he really bringing it down. Of course, everybody had a field day when it came to Meek Mill, like saying how he was getting his cheek clapped by Diddy and stuff like that. Now, like I said, all of this is alleged. We don't know if it's legit or not, even though there was some type of audio that floated around of let's just say a man getting his cheeks clapped. Now I'm not gonna say who it was. I really don't care, but that literally scarred me when I heard that. Like I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, yo. I can't believe. Hey yo, salute to you, 18th letter man. Salute to you, my boy. Thanks for pulling up to the show, man. Like I said, you was another one that I had to, throw straight at, man. I had to do that because you was on that island too. But yeah, like I said, this whole situation, man. Like I said, and I still, even with all of that, I said, yo, let's just wait until like concrete evidence is out here before we really make an assessment on this guy. Even though my personal feelings about him, I always thought that he was a rat. I always thought that he was a slime ball. I always thought that he was berserk. I always thought that he was one evil, maniacal SOB. But I still had to give him the benefit of the doubt because there was no evidence out there. I can't just say, oh, he's this just because this is what I feel. I don't like to do things off of emotions. I like to be logical. I like to be able to work with something that's really like concrete right in front of me instead of just saying, I feel like he's the monster. I feel like he's this. I feel like he's that. No, I wanted to wait on that. Fast forward to yesterday when the video that was seen all around the world with Diddy beating the brakes off of Cassie. Now, a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's alleged, it's alleged." I mean, in a way, you can't say that because I mean it's hotel footage, so you can't really be like, "Oh my God, that's really him. He got caught in 4K or whatever." But that was his body frame. That was his body frame right there. Ain't nobody really shaped like Diddy. Ain't nobody got the same head shape as Diddy. I'm sorry. And plus, like, of course, nobody really saw Cassie in there, but it's just like, yo, when you seen that video, it was so graphic. Like he was beating her like this was a dude. I said, yo, this is this is bad on so many levels. Like I'm just watching. I seen it on CNN. I seen it on the Shade Room. I seen it everywhere. And every time I seen this video, I got even more annoyed by it because it's like now there is evidence on this guy. Now there is concrete footage on this guy. And of course, it came out today that since so much time has passed, that they can't, LA can't arrest him for it. They can't really arrest him for it because the statute of limitations is up. So no matter what anybody could do, he got away with that. So they couldn't touch him even if they wanted to. But like I said, if that really was dude in that video, man, like in my opinion, Diddy is cooked. He's cooked because in the end, yo, like I don't think any celebrity or any person is gonna want to have any dealings with him after what happened today. Like you seen, everybody was distancing himself. Like, cause I remember seeing a post from Slim Thug. Originally, he was talking about, yo, I'm gonna ride with my brother. You know, I think this is all that. But then once the video came out, he was just like, man, you know what? Like I try to stay, locked in with my brothers, but I can't stand behind this one, man. I gotta hold this L for that one. I mean, even Slim Thug admitted that he was wrong. Even Plies of all people had to get on him about that. He explained some stuff like it's all on his stuff. Like you can even check out like the neighborhood on Instagram. They got the post that he wrote, and it's crazy when Plies is making sense because all he talk about is like just wait, what's your shot? That's all he talk about, yo. So I was like, man, this is wild, yo. Even Bobby Schmurder of all people talking about you need to keep your hands off the women. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all people, Bobby Schmurder. I'm like, yo, this is wild. But that's not even the kicker. The kicker, and Leo can attest to this. The fact that so many dudes within these 24 hours that have been caping for this man, talking about, oh, that's not true. It's not this. It's not that. Blah blah blah. Hey, yo, what's up with you, Zero, man? Thanks for pulling up, homeboy. Salute to you. I see you in the chat, man. But anyway, like you clearly see the video of how he, beat the brakes off that woman. Like I mean, like I said, he beat the crap out of her, even threw a vase at her. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff is literally in your face, and so many dudes was caping for him. Like, and my boy 18th, he still was rocking with him for a minute, but at least with him, I understand why 18th is, taking the stance that he take. So I'm not really mad at him for that. But the other people, oh my God. Like last night, I was so annoyed. Like just listen to a lot of people talk on that panel, man. Because it's just like you're equating, what I'm saying? Y'all talking about, oh, we don't want to see a black man go down. We gleeful because a black man is going down. Like, we're so happy, we're calm, we're this, we're that. I'm like, first of all, I ain't never happy to see a black man go down. If anything, I'm disgusted. I literally, when I see a black man go down, whether if it's a dude I know down the street or somebody that's at least, if it's somebody that I know down the street or a famous black celebrity, I'll be the first one. I'll be like, man, this is not a good look for all black people, man. It's not a good look. I'm not out here doing cartwheels and saying, they finally got him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That don't bring no joy to my life. All right, let me see what my homie said. I'll admit that after seeing the video, I was wrong. Hey, man, at least you admit it, homie. So I give you that, man. At least you admit it. So, you know what I'm saying? So much love to you, Rakim. Like I said, at least you're one of the most logical people that I've met in this space so far. Because the people that was really defending this, and you was on the panel talking to him last night, and it was just like, oh my God, I just couldn't take it, yo. People who kept doubling and tripling down, that was gaslight. Black men are more scrutinized for effed up acts and what he did. Oh, you must be on my other channel. Oh yeah, that's right, yo. I'm also simulcasting from my other channel, which is Killa Swag District. So if y'all can, make sure y'all go over there to that channel and subscribe to there. And I'm hold up. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so y'all can subscribe over there. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I only have like maybe 24 subscribers over there, and plus on that channel, mostly I usually do like the throwback Thursdays, and I usually upload like shows from like basically last year, like either Killing Sweetly or my own solo shows and stuff like that. But you can always go over there and check it out. It's always over there like every Thursday. I don't really know the time because I be trying to, decipher the time because of how long the shows be. So if it's like a 6 hour show, I try to put it at an earlier time so that people can be done watching it at least by 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to be sitting there at like 8, 9, 10, 11, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that is, man. That's all I be trying to do. So, but if it's like a short one, maybe like a 3 hour live or something like that, of course I'll put that at like the 8 o'clock mark. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people be like, man, Killer don't comment in those streams. I'm like, a lot of those times on Throwback Thursday, I'll be at work. So I can't really talk back and forth with you guys. So whenever I see it, I comment, but then after that I have to go back to work. So yeah. Hey, shout out to you, Cynical, man, for putting that in the chat, man. There y'all go right there. You can go right there, hit that link, and subscribe to my backup channel. It is Killa Swag District. I'm actually doing some stuff on that channel too. So that's why I said you can subscribe over there. It's at Killa Swag District. You ain't spacing it out or nothing. Just at Killa Swag District. You can go over there and subscribe, hit a like button for this stream or whatever. And then on top of that, like, you come on back over here to the main channel, which is Killa Swag 216, baby. You can do that for real, for real. Now, let me see. I'm not surprised that by that is Fear's defended because they hang president. Man, like I said, man, when I seen that, and then so many people talking about how they feel like Cassie was extorting him for the money, it's like after you see that video, can you really blame her? Like, seriously, can you really blame this woman for doing what she did? And I mean, and then let's be honest, it's not like she really came out and said all the things that this man did to her. Now, of course, it's probably gonna come out now because she's gonna be, uh, um, she's gonna be a star witness if Diddy was to ever go to trial. So of course she gonna be telling like it ain't nothing. But before all of that, she just alluded to the fact of what happened. She never really came out and said it. So how in the world are you going to judge her for that? Like, that's crazy to me. Oh snap. Look at my partner in crime right here. I see you, Melody. Shout out to you for pulling up to the show. For real, for real. I thought you were streaming on the Killa Swag District channel only. No, I mean, why would I do that? Ain't nothing wrong with my main channel, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, if my main channel, if my backup channel had a had more subscribers than my main channel, Who knows? Maybe I might just start going there on my backup channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get that to grow too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's only at 24 subscribers right now. So yeah, you know my main channel has 450 subscribers. So why in the world would I stream over there? And like I said, and when I stream over there is usually with me streaming with this on my main channel too. So why would I do that? But I get what you're saying, Zero. I get what you mean. All right, damn, I hate being late. Yeah, it's not like you really missed anything, you know what I'm saying? But I feel you. All right, yeah, well, even if she did extort, he still didn't have the right. Exactly, man. Zero. That's my point right there. That is my point right there. Oh, and Melody Zero says, "Hey," but he says it on my other channel. So if you don't see it on my main channel, chances are it's in my other channel. But yeah, and that's all I'm saying, man. The way that you sing the way that you see old boy doing what he did in that video, yo, like that was some of the most vile, evil ish that you could ever imagine. And then for him to call himself Brother Love, like what type of dude that loves somebody is gonna do that to their woman? And I mean, and who's to say how long she had to live with that? Because you got to remember, this was all caught on video. Ain't no telling what other stuff that this dude did behind the scenes that wasn't caught on video. I mean, because that clearly showed me that that wasn't the first time he did that to her. Like, that's just the time that he was just more open to doing it in public. Because if he could do something like that where there's actual cameras that can record him in a hotel lobby. Could you imagine what they could be doing in like a hotel room or his bedroom or any of these other people? Like, come on now. A Zero. Melody gives love. Yeah, it is wild. It is wild, man. Like I couldn't believe like all of the caping that I seen last night. And they're talking about, oh, she's trying to extort him. Like, so what exactly would you say if that was your sister that was doing that to him after what he did to her? Would you say that my sister's trying to extort him because he has money? Like, really? Is this? Are you serious? Oh, now Poppy want to show up. You missed the show. Oh man, yeah, he was one of the first people to pop up in here too, Melody. I was surprised by that, man. But shout out to him for calling. Yeah, look at this dude. I see Melody's fast. Zero Joe crazy, man. But yeah, man. Yeah. I'm just saying the fact that it literally looked like in the video, this woman was running away from him. Like she was trying to escape and she couldn't. And if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong about this, if I'm wrong, I apologize. In that video, didn't it look like he literally grabbed her by her pants waist and was holding her like she was a child and carried her back into the bedroom or the hotel room or something like that? Am I mistaken after that? Because I mean I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be wrong about that. Okay, she sees you. She sees you, Zero. Okay. Yep. I'm just saying, like when you see stuff like that, he literally like pulled her up by her pants waist and just drug her back into the room like she was a petulant child. Like, are you serious right now? And then, like I said, a lot of these dudes was copping pleas for him. I'm like, and even after everything you saw, you still up here copping pleas? Like, I I couldn't believe it. Like I was so mad, man. This is how I was,
Wow,
man.
man. Damn.
Exactly. That's exactly how I was, and I was also like this too. And I was also like this.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Cynical. There's no telling. That's my whole point. Like, there's no telling what he did. But people want to cop pleas like, see, a lot of people are so happy that the black man is getting ridiculed. And I made this point on Melody's show last night. I said, each and every one of us in here is black. We are all black people up here, whether you're a black man, black woman, it don't matter. So when you're black, you're going to be under a microscope. People are going to be watching you more closely than they will be watching other races of people, whether they're white, they're Asian, they're Mexican, they're Filipino, whatever. They're going to be paying attention more to black people because of the stigma that a lot of black folks embrace in this society. Like whether if it's we want to gravitate towards being a thug, or we want to gravitate towards being a 304, or gravitate towards, being an abuser. We gravitating towards all of the negative stuff, but then they'll be the ones that want to wonder why are other people labeling us this? Why can't we just be regular black folks? Because y'all are not grasping towards being other people. Like, think about this. In our society, in the black society, the only way you can really make it out the hood is to be an athlete, whether if it's to be a basketball player or a football player. Like, come on now. You mean to tell me we can't have no black doctors, which I know we do got black doctors. You mean to tell me we can't have black lawyers, which I know for a fact we got black lawyers. You mean to tell me we can't have no black firefighters, and we all know there's a lot of black firefighters. We got all of these people that don't really get the praise that they deserve. But yet you got people like a Sexy Red or Sukiyana that get all of the praise in the world, or you get all like 21 Savage. You get all these people that's getting praise all up and down, and they're the ones that represent our culture. But then black folks want to wonder why other folks look at us like we're crazy. They want to wonder why this stuff. And then with you knowing this, you still choose to go out here and do dumb stuff like this. And Diddy knows this better than anybody. When you're black, especially when you're a wealthy black man, not just a dude that got $1,000 in his pocket or a dude that got $50,000 in his pocket. Like, if you're a billionaire, you're really about to be under a microscope because they're gonna be looking for ways to take that from you because they feel like, oh, you're not supposed to be in this class. You're not supposed to be there. But the fact that you're in there and you still want to act like you're Mr. Untouchable, like, and the whole time on that stream last night, those dudes in general kept making my point the whole time. They just making my point. And only thing I could do was just laugh in the background because I'm like, y'all are literally proving me right, and y'all don't even know it. I thought he grabbed her jacket and dragged her to. I mean, but it was by the waist area. It was definitely by the waist area. To them niggas, it comes to facts. They might as well be called Stevie Wonder. Either Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles, one or the other. Don't forget that he threw it. Yeah, I mentioned that already. Yeah, but yeah, he definitely threw it at her. All of this while in a bathroom and barefoot. We get stereotyped more than people of other race. Exactly. And when you know this stuff, like, that's when you know you gotta really be on your best behavior because it's like the saying goes: one bad apple spoils the whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be an upstanding citizen, ain't never committed no crime in your life. But just the fact that somebody on the news that might look like you a little bit, some people go look at you like you crazy. And it's like, I ain't never thought about doing any of that stuff. Why are you labeling me like that? And then there are also people that you can come across in your day-to-day life and you can have real, genuine conversations with them. And then after you're finished talking to them, they'll be looking at you like, hey, I never thought that you would be this type of person. I never thought that me and you could have this type of conversation. Then of course you'd be like, well, why wouldn't you think that? Like, I mean, I don't want to offend you or anything because I mean, of course you're black. I always had this stigma that you was always angry all the time. And that's my point. That's my point. When you know that the whole world is against you, why would you do anything to bring more attention to yourself? That's the dumbest thing in the world. It really is. Okay, that's done on purpose. And the cool of all races have the same problem. Exactly. Yes, people of all races do have the same problem. Like, let's touch on this for a second. All right, y'all remember that story that happened a while back by that ex-football player Chad Wheeler, right? He was dating. I think he might even been married to a black chick, and dude literally beat the brakes off of her. I mean, he really beat the crap out of her to the point to where he thought that he deleted her. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he did that and she played like she was deleted, and then when old girl finally got up, dude was looking like, "Oh my God, you still here?" You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, "You still alive?" Like, I mean, he did eventually get caught, but let's be honest. When was the last time we heard about Chad Wheeler in that situation? Don't worry, I'll wait. Because other than when it originally happened, and then I guess when he got, arrested and stuff like that, you ain't never heard nothing much too more about that. The passport bros running the muck has affected other black travelers who are exactly. That was one of the topics that me and Melody was talking about on one of our old shows. F them other people. Our people need to worry about our own. Exactly, Zero. We do need to be worried about our own. But it's just like they say though, man. Even though we do need to worry about our own people, we surely need to seriously we got to start really holding people accountable, man. And that's the problem with a lot of these dudes in this space. They don't want to hold guys like Diddy accountable just because he has money. So basically, you sounded like one of these gold digger chicks. Like if you was a woman, in my opinion, you probably would already been dropped your drawers by now, just for them. Just because he has a multi-million dollars or $1 billion and stuff like that. Like the way you cop a please and they're like, oh, you're hating on them because they're rich. You're hating on them because they're wealthy. Like, first of all, I'm not hating on nobody. I said it on Melody Show last night, and I'm saying it right here. If I see a black man getting money, no matter how he getting it, of course the legal way, because I can't really, do the illegal way, because sooner or later you're gonna get caught. But if you making your money legit and you actually succeeding out here, I'm gonna be one of the first people to get up out of my chair and applaud you, because that just goes to show, like, hey, man, if he can do it, I can do it too. Because you know what I'm saying, I know the background that they coming from, and I know the battles that they face. So I agree. I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna be right there with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna applaud you. But if I see you doing something that could potentially jeopardize what you have, yes, I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm going to call you out on it. Fact of the matter, man. Because if nobody's gonna call you out, because the thing that a lot of these people fail to realize is if you don't call these people out for what they do, they're not going to do any better. Like they're going to continue to have the same type of behavior until it's to the point of no return. That's just facts. Yo, what up, Irby, man? Salute to you for pulling up to the show, home boy. Yo, I call our effery regardless of Democrat. I mean, you have to, because the fact that a lot of these people don't want to call out the mess is baffling to me. Like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? The Austin Holloman, the Floyds, all who do get drugged need to do their effery. As far as I know, nothing happened with Austin. Like he still be doing shows talking about it's that band and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah. Oh, she's talking about Austin's behavior in general. Yeah, well, I mean, but he's still a young cat, so he ain't really experienced a lot yet. So, I mean, that's not really an excuse, but you can tell he's not well seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was more well seasoned and actually visit those places more so than he's ever did, he probably wouldn't be acting the way that he's acting right now. But when you got like a 24 or 25-year-old dude, getting access to other types of coochie, yeah, he's gonna be going crazy with it. Like so, I mean, it's just a case of him being young and dumb at this point. But the guys that are older than him doing that, ain't no excuses for them. Because y'all supposed to know better. Y'all are supposed to be the people that really can understand how to maneuver in these particular situations. Like, see, a guy like classy perspective or classy young man, I consider him to be a real passport bro because when he go, he's actually just going to like enjoy the culture. He's going there to like see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going over there trying to smash anything that comes in his direction that speaks a different language. That's not what he does. Now he probably could definitely do that just because of his occupation alone. But the fact that he doesn't do that should show you that he has more discipline. He has more. He's of a maturity about him. Like he doesn't just go over there just thinking like, okay, I see this bad little mama right here. I'm gonna go over there and tear that booty up. Yes, 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 yes. That ain't what he do. You know. But back to this whole Diddy situation though. Like it was just so baffling. Like people want to equate, holding him accountable to, you know, being upset because he got money or something like that. Now, of course, there was other things that were said that Irby, he said what he said on that show, calling other content creators cornballs and stuff. I ain't gonna get into all of that. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing my butt off when I heard him go off on that stuff. But like I said, I wasn't really thinking about that. Like I was trying to stick to the topic at hand. You know what I'm saying? So, but it still was funny though. I ain't gonna lie, it still was funny. But anyway, yeah, man. But like the fact that we all have this stigma of the perception that a lot of black folks embrace in our society, and the fact that people don't understand that could really have ramifications just because of that. Because I mean, most black men, we always get hit with he's just an angry black man. He's mad at the world and stuff like that. So when you're doing stuff like that, you got to remember, Cassie is not black. She is not black at all. So the fact that he would do this is like, dude, you're messing it up for everybody, man. Like, cause you see, she ran straight to the white dude, and I'm not saying that, I'm saying you rock with who you rock with. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a race thing, but it's just the fact, like, dude, you're messing this up, man. Like you're giving us all a bad look by doing this, man. And plus, this was the same dude who always went on in the media talking about how he's for the black people and he always does those vote or die campaigns and stuff like that. I mean, but when you do stuff like that, that really makes a lot of black dudes bad because let's just be for real, man. Like when you have that type of power and that type of influence, it's like it's like the whole quote from the Spider-Man franchise: "With great power comes great responsibility." And Diddy has great power. He has the power to touch anybody. He has the power to fully touch everybody in a positive light, but he chooses to screw people over. He chooses to abuse people. He chooses to snake them out of money. He chooses to do the things that he do to him. But this man has a platform that can literally change the black community. And that's why I say a lot of these black celebrities got that type of case to do that, but they never want to do it because it's not where the money's at. It's not where the money is at, yo. So let me see what she talking about. She's mixed with black, but she's not fully black. Oh, okay. Hmm. Well, I mean, I knew she wasn't, all the way, but I mean, screw people literally in this case, no Diddy. Yeah, hashtag no Diddy up in here, man. Whoever came up with that was a genius. That's all I'm gonna say. He was a genius, boy. But yeah, I'm just so disgusted with all the stuff that I see. And it's like I said, and the fact that nobody wants to really hold him accountable like that, this is why I feel like our society is doomed. And I'm not talking about the society as a whole. I'm talking about black society. Like, because in order to try to help change the world for the better, you need to take care of what's in your own backyard before you try to go to somebody else's lawn and tell them how to cut their grass. Bottom line. You can't tell somebody how to manage their household when your house is a effing mess. Can't do that. So, like I said, we got to start holding people accountable. And I really hate that word because a lot of people said that word so many times in this space. It's ridiculous. But I'm just saying, like, we got to start holding people accountable, though. We got to start really being like, yo, this is the people that influence the children. It ain't just about, the people that came up in the 90s and the 2000s and stuff. This person influences children. So if you got somebody that's influencing children and then they turn around and do stuff like this, what exactly do you expect? Like seriously, what do you expect? And that's real talk, yo. And I mean, it's a shame to say that, man, but like that's why I always say I believe the black community is done. I always believe that, and I've been saying that for the longest. Melody's known me to say it. Everybody that really knows me in this space, I say it all the time because we don't want to really call out the mess. And don't get me wrong, like I'm the type of I love a good mess every now and then. But after a certain point, if that's all you want to talk about, you instantly lose me because it's like if it's a time where I want to talk about mess, oh yeah, I'm right there for it. But more times than not, if you ain't really talking about no real solutions, I'm sorry, I can't rock with you. I just can't because I can only deal with you for so long before I just say deuces and I'm out. Like I'm not gonna do it. And stuff like that give me to believe all women count. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And plus, let's just be for real. Yes, there are women out here that actually do lie on men when it comes to this stuff. So nobody's gonna, somebody's gonna sit up here and say that they can't. Like I said, look at what happened with the Carly Russell situation. She went around and her family going around telling people that she was kidnapped, but really she was at a spot eating on some Cheetos or Cheez-Its, even though they was forcefully getting pushed down her throat. But the fact of the matter is this, like, yes, women do lie about these things, but this is why I say what I said. And I said this on a past Kill 'em Sweetly show, and I'm saying it right now. It's people like Carly Russell, it's people like that Brick Lady. It's so many other women that are just like them that ruin it for women who actually go through these problems. Because yes, Cassie is the one that's being highlighted because she's the most famous. But what about the women that go through this stuff that's not famous? What about the women that go through this type of trauma that don't have the spotlight? And the only time that they'll probably ever get a spotlight is if they're in critical condition at a hospital or they're deleted. That's my whole point, man. Like, yes, it does fuel the believe all women can't, but like I said, that will ultimately hurt real victims. It will hurt real victims, man, because you're using something like that just because you're mad at somebody. But what about the women that can't get away from the dudes because they feel like they're say they're helpless, or say maybe dude might have threatened her to do something to her that was really really graphic. You don't know. So that's why I say, like, man, I'm just me. And a lot of people say, "Oh man, you're linked to me." I'm not manosphere. I'm more manosphere adjacent, but I'm not manosphere because I can't rock with a lot of the messages that they go about, especially after seeing how so many of them was copping pleas. Like now, if this video never would have came out and people was on their head, yeah, I would be just like this. Look, we need more evidence before we condemn this man. But the fact that there's video evidence of what this man did, and people still copping pleas for him, this seriously made me disgusted. Like I'm really disgusted, and it just makes me want to just really separate myself from a lot of people, man. Because when are we gonna learn as a people? When? Until that question gets answered, we're gonna continue to be in the same rut that we've been in for all of this time, and it's never gonna change. It's never gonna change. I don't see it changing, not in my lifetime. Maybe when I'm old and gray, or maybe when I'm long grown and my grandkids and great grandkids experience, maybe they'll experience it because I don't see it in my lifetime. I really don't. Ammunition. Okay. You paid the way for false allegations about defending predators. Like who? Herbie, who you talking about? Herbie, who you talking about? Boy. All right, man. Like shoot. I mean, shoot. Hey, y'all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, man, that's really all I got to say on this Diddy matter, man. I may have something more like to say on it, but I'm wondering, like, do you guys want to come up and talk about this, or y'all just want to chop it up in the chat or something? Because I mean, I mean, we can make this an open panel show or whatever. Like, I really don't care. Like I said, I got the time today. So, I mean, we can chop it up for a little bit or whatever. Like, just let me know if y'all want me to drop the link, man. So, if y'all want to chop it up with your boy, give y'all perspective on it and stuff like that, I can drop that link for y'all right in the chat, man. You're right. Ain't nobody defending Diddy up in here. Not with that. Not with that. Mm-mm. I never defend that too, man. Like I said, I always knew he was grimy, but then when you see, oh, okay. All right, I got you, Irby. All right, yeah, I got you. Yeah, some people on the panel last night trying to make him victim, saying he was extorted. All right, I got you, homie. No doubt. Well, Irby waved to you, Melody. But yeah, like, so if y'all want me to hit drop the link for y'all, just let me know, man, because, I don't mind hearing what people got to say about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just let your boy know if y'all want me to drop this link. If not, yeah, I might think of something else to talk about. I don't know. But just let your boy know while I sip on this drink real quick. Damn, that's some good drink. Well, anyway. But anyway, how's everybody doing tonight on this Saturday evening, man? How's everybody doing? Text me. Mhm. Oh crap. Let me go. All right, boom. I'm all right. Whoops. Yeah, that's cool, cynical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all right too. Shit, I'm good. Killer, I'm surprised you're like, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up.
What?
Shut up, man. Zero, you always gotta say something stupid, man. I swear. I swear, bro. But anyway, man. I can't get over that, man. This is crazy. Oh man, Zero, you stupid. You see it right there, Zero. She said, "Stop spreading rumors, fam." I ain't got nothing to say on that. Besides, ain't nothing going on. But yeah, like I said though, man. If anybody want to get a perspective on this whole Diddy situation, let your boy know, man. Shoot. Like I said, I don't want to be sitting up here just looking at the chat all day. Like I said, I'm chilling right now. I'm relaxing because this past week was not fun. I can imagine, cynical. I can imagine. Mm, mm, mm. Well, hopefully next week will be better for you, yo. I could swear that you be blushing every time I mention her, even though I can't see how you look right now. Man, shut up. Oh my God, Zero, you always starting. Well, shit, it's already after the hour mark, man. You always starting shit. Oh man, why you starting with me, man? I ain't even did nothing, bro. You always trying to bust my chops, man. Why I can't see Melody in chat? Oh, that's because she's on my other channel, Irby. She's on my main channel, Killa Swag 216. So if you want to see her, you got to go over there. You know what I'm saying? You got to go over to that channel. Shoot, let me do something real quick so that you can understand what I'm talking about. All right, hold up. Yeah, she in my other chat, homeboy. I'm trying to help you out because you ain't moving fast enough. Oh my God, yo. Oh my God. Dude, what is wrong with you? Oh, Zero, you are a damn fool, bro. But that's why I rock with you, man. That's why I rock with you. Oh my God, yo. All right. All right, Irby, I dropped the link in the chat that you in right now, brother, man. All right, you see it right there. Thank you so much, sweetie. Oh, look at it. Sisters bonded. That's what I like to see. Then we got the homie Leo. If you're new here, hey, hey, do what Leo says. If you're new here, hit the like button and subscribe. Subscribe to your boy because your boy is back into the swing of things, man. And I'm trying to be more consistent, you know what I'm saying? But brother got a busy schedule, man. You know, so I really be doing stuff out here. So it's not like, oh my God, I just don't be wanting to do nothing. I really be doing stuff, but I'm gonna try to be more consistent for you guys and constantly push out some good content for y'all, man. But so far, I'm not seeing nobody want to come up on the panel though. That's what I'm saying. Like, so y'all just want me just to drop the link, just to drop it or something? Damn, it's a good drink. Look at Zero. Zero's about to get timed out. Oh, it's go crazy. It wouldn't be the first time. We got the chaotic twins in the building. Mm-mm-mm. All right, man. Shit, fuck it. All right, hold up. Oh, we got somebody. All right, my guy. The link has been dropped, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to come up and chop it up with your boy, the link is right in the chat for y'all. Oop, gotta switch. Oh no, I ain't gotta switch right here. Let me do this real quick. No, not right there. Okay, pin that message right here. And shout out to the people that's on my second channel as well, yo. Said I'm at the store. I can't. I mean, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta work, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all good though. As long as you watching, that's all that matters, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't no big deal. If it was Third's channel, this is when I made all of the Mexican jokes. Man, what's the deal with you with Third Ward, man? What's the deal with y'all? Like, why y'all be like going back and forth with each other like that? All right, let me see something real quick. Oh, I see two people that popped up. All right. Leo, is that you, homeboy?
Yeah.
All right, homeboy. Sure. What about you, Herbie? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, wait. I heard somebody. Well, I'm here. This is Leo. I don't know who the other person who said they was
Yeah, it's
here.
Irby. It's Irby.
That's Herbie. Herbie. It's Herbie. All right. I
Oh,
just
okay.
wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. You know how these crazy fools be out here, man. Shoot. Got to be on your P's and Q's out here. So what's going on, man? What's going on, fellas?
Oh, no, nothing. Last night thing was wild. Hope I wasn't being rude and disrespectful.
Oh
I
no,
finally
man. You wasn't.
recovered. What's going on? I finally recovered from my headache from last night.
Thank
I, I,
God.
had, I, had,
Thank God.
I had to take like 3 aspirins to get up out of bed because I was going through it last night. So
Man, I slept
Oh
like a
my
baby
it,
last
God.
night. I slept like a baby last night.
Oh man. Oh
That
man.
because that's why I don't like getting into like heated arguments right before I go to bed because like I'll be agitated and it'll take me a while to actually feel tired. So I was so irritated that last night.
Oh yeah, I could tell you was getting irritated last night. Just listening to the conversations and how people try to really try to pinpoint how you are, even though they've never been in a room with you at all.
Yeah, like dudes trying to say I'm a lame who don't get no pussy. Um, and I'm jealous of them and dudes like Fresh because they
Oh
get
hell
pussy
no!
that
That's
I
the
can't.
first time that was insult. I'm jealous of Fresh and Fit. Get the fuck out of here.
I have a feeling like you and Melody probably laughed when GC said I don't get no pussy or I'm a dude that struggles to get it.
Oh, I was laughing at man, but of course I was mute most of the time. But yeah, I was laughing. I was like, actually hung out and seen what I seen, you wouldn't be saying that. But okay.
Yeah, and plus it's like I wasn't trying to like take it to ad hominems, right? Because I'm big on like even if I disagree with you, let's respectfully disagree. I'm like, if you want to
Hmm.
take it there, okay. And
Right.
and to me, it was like he was getting angrier and angrier because I just basically was harping on the fact that hey, this is a topic to where you should probably hold the man more accountable in this situation. That was my biggest thing. I was like, there's certain situations that happen. I feel like it's better to hold the man accountable because the man is looking way more crazier than the female. And like this is a
Hmm.
perfect situation. Diddy and Cassie situation is a situation to where it's like this conversation should be about you holding men like Diddy accountable, not you trying to nitpick little things Cassie did or might have did to be like, oh, she's just as bad, so we can't say nothing about her. Like to me, that was crazy. Like what you said about they were saying oh she's extorting him, right? And I'm like,
Mm.
how can you look at it like that? No, I told you, it's like Diddy is not a good dude to use that example of a guy um being extorted unfairly. I was like, it's just
Hmm.
especially because he has a reputation. Even before the feds raided his house and all that stuff, I've heard plenty of stories and accounts from his security guards, his bodyguards, people that used to work with him, that he used to do a lot of wild stuff to women. So I'm like, I cannot really defend him because when this situation first was talked about, it was when Cassie first filed that lawsuit or civil suit. And
Yeah.
dudes kind of were trying to spin it like Cassie's probably lying about this for some clout, for some attention, and for a quick cash grab. And I'm like, I can't say that about this particular situation because I've heard some of the stories and I'm like, even though I don't know for a fact that he did something, so I'm not going to say it. So many people have
Hmm.
corroborated the same story. It's like I can't really say that he probably didn't do nothing. So I was like, he's not a good dude to defend, basically, because it's going to come out that more and more that he was doing some wild stuff. I was like, if you're defending him, you're going to look bad doing that crap. Don't you remember that panel? Like dudes were saying that we were celebrating a black man being taken down. What? What the hell?
Like
I'm
I said,
celebrating a black man taken down. Oh, I'm
that
sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying, Killer?
irritated the crap out of me when I heard that, man. Because it's like I'm up here acting like doing cartwheels and backflips and singing, "Oh my God, he finally gone. The wicked witch is dead," or something like that. Like, no, I basically said the whole time. look, I was one of those people when this whole situation came out with Diddy. I mean, not Diddy, yeah, with Diddy, but when Cassie came out with the civil suit, I was like, look, we just need some evidence for we start saying anything because everybody was ready to like really, get him by the state. Even I knew how much of a grimy dude he was because even though I'm not in New York or New Jersey, I heard things that went on over there too. So I mean, it's not like how y'all may have heard like more extensive stuff, but I heard like the logistics, the basics and stuff like that. But it's just the fact like I heard all of this stuff, and then when the stuff happened with Cassie or whatever, I'm like, even though this looks bad, I said, look, let's just wait. Let's wait it out. Let's see what comes out of this. Because one thing you don't want to do is jump to conclusions so early, right when you don't have any evidence. And even when his house got wrecked, I always stood by this, and Melody could attest to this. I said, look, let's just keep waiting. But at the end of the day, this does not look good for him right now. This is not a good look because it's look real. And then now with this video that came out, it's like, no, he's done now. He's done.
I already
Yeah,
know he
and
was guilty.
Killa
I hate
and
to
Killa,
say it. I
that's what
already say he was guilty. I already know he was in
yeah, but
tainted. I
Killa, that's
already
what I
know.
was saying. I was telling the guys, it's bad to defend him with all the stuff he got going on. Like you're gonna
Yeah,
look bad if you're defending Diddy because when the truth comes to light, it's like, what are you gonna say now? It's like, so
right.
I thought that
Yeah,
was ridiculous. And going back to the extortion thing, it's like the way the guy was saying it to me was ridiculous. Oh, well, she was extorting him, but now that I've seen a video of her actually getting her ass beat, I guess she had a good reason for extorting him. What?
I'm like,
Oh, well,
that's what I was saying.
she can't call him out for
he
being a
was in it.
criminal because she was blackmailing him. So technically she did some criminal shit too. But now that I seen that there's an actual video of her getting her ass beat, I guess I can understand why she would blackmail him. Like to me, that sounds crazy. Like that sounds like you making excuses, like you're trying to nitpick any little thing about Cassie to kind of make it seem like she's just as bad as Diddy. And I'm like,
Right.
no, it's like I think that she was okay with some stuff. Yeah, but overall, right? Overall, I think she was taken
Hmm.
advantage of and abused, and Diddy was paying her to be silent. And the way I
Yeah.
look at the situation, because Diddy is looking way crazier, he should be held more accountable in this situation. Like, I don't see how dudes kind of got mad about me for that. Because dudes were also saying, oh, so you believe all women type shit. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Believe all
Yeah.
women? No, I'm just saying with this situation, like there's too much stuff about him to where I can be like, okay, she's probably lying on some BS. There was like several witnesses, several videos. This is being talked about for years. I'm like, I cannot say Cassie's probably lying for a cash grab.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really agree with dudes kind of spinning it that way. And again,
Hmm.
y'all kind of proved my point the dudes, because I started saying, hey, when in this space, we have situations to where you should basically talk about the man being accountable or just dudes in this space. So I use Fresh and Fit, for example, who do goofy stuff. You should you shouldn't have a problem having conversations. And I mean in depth lengthy conversations, not you talked about it for 2 seconds and then you went right back to talking to the women about what they did. Just calling that out. And dude, did you not see dude gave me a hard time the entire screening about holding
Oh
Diddy
no, I saw it.
accountable and holding dudes that was defending Diddy accountable. It was like in circles and circles, but she was extorting him, but she was blackmailing him. Oh, you're not talking about how she snuck away with his her gym trainer. Like,
And he had no evidence
I mean,
to corroborate this.
right. I mean, the whole time I kept saying that. The whole time when you and old boy was going back and forth, I said this is literally going in circles. Like this, it's not getting anywhere because you already got your feet dug into where you got your feet dug in. And Leo, he said what he said, but Leo is more right in this case, and you looking real crazy right now. Like, and it's just like you're up here defending the guy, and you're talking about, oh, we're mad because he's wealthy, because he's a billionaire and stuff like that. I'm like, what in the
We're
world?
celebrating we're celebrating the downfall of a black man. That made me hella pissed. That because he was saying, "Oh, you're jealous that Diddy got it like that and you don't, so you just hating on him because now he's going through it." What? So that's what I was really getting angry about because it's like now you just making stuff up to kind of like shame me into holding this dude accountable.
When I know he really got angry at me, and it seemed like he had issues. Swag. When I left
Was
and when I came back, and I see he wasn't low key sneak dissing me to 18 letter.
he was.
Exactly, and he must have been butthurt because when I asked Melody for opinion, because he brought that
Yeah,
up,
because he
and
was
he was
talking about that for a minute. He was like, "Hey, Melody, shoot, I can't remember the question he asked, but it sounded silly as hell." I was like,
He
"What
was
the?"
like,
I'm
if I
like,
ask you about if you think a dude is lame, am I not trying to get some validation from
and
you?
what's the most crazy
"Hey,
thing? She could have.
H&M, is that you, homeboy?"
Salute, Killer Swag. Getting that bag. Don't be caring about price tags.
All
What's
right,
up, H&M?
homeboy.
And
That's what's up.
you know what's the most crazy thing? When I asked
What's
Melody
that?
her opinion, she could have easily disagreed with me, and I wouldn't care. She could agree, and there was some things she did agree with him on stuff like that. She said she wouldn't have no problem with nerdy dudes and shit like that, but he kept on harboring on the other things, the other things, the other thing. I'm like, what is up with you, bro? Like, damn,
Now,
is this?
now, yeah, like I got a killer, like, cause you was there.
Hmm.
Did you hear me really throw any ad hominems at Game Changer? All I said was it's like y'all don't hold men accountable, and I see y'all have a hard time doing it, and then y'all give dudes that do it a hard time. That's
Well,
it. That's all I
I was,
said.
Yeah, that's literally
that,
what you said. Like,
I was
cause
saying shit to him when he started talking shit on me. I'm like,
yeah. Cause I mean, I was listening to the whole conversation going back and forth and stuff, and you was basically telling him basically what we already knew, like how a lot of guys in the manosphere space really don't hold guys like this accountable. But like, let's say if this was if the roles were reversed, let's say if Cassie was the one doing that stuff, even though we know that would be
They'd be
whatever.
talking about it for
But
days.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, look, I'll be right there with him if Cassie was the one doing that type of stuff. But you mean to tell me a guy twice her size is doing what he's doing, and we can't say, dude, man, you wilding out right here. You know what I'm saying? You wilding out right now, man. Chill out. So, but we can't say nothing because we ain't got money though, or we don't have no successful women. And I'm just sitting up here, I'm listening to this stuff. I'm like, this dude really does not know my life. This dude doesn't know me at all. He don't
Or
know
like we
Leo.
can't
He don't know.
we can't get pussy like that. That's that's just so
Right. That's what I'm saying. That was
so hilarious.
you know what's
that's
the
what
most
really
crazy thing?
got me though.
He
Yeah.
was defending tricking. That was the most crazy shit I ever heard in my life. Niggas defending tricking.
Yeah. It
Now,
really
now,
was. Like that whole thing was
now, I'm
contradiction.
not. Now, I'm not opposed to guys disagreeing. Like 18th letter,
Mhm.
like he disagreed with us, but at
Yeah.
least the way he came into the conversation was way more respectful, way more mature, way more logical and open minded. He was like, hey, I don't like brothers tearing each other down. I don't like going off rumors. I ain't know Diddy was doing all that crap. So I didn't want to just run with it. And he was like, okay, if I would have known some of this stuff about Diddy beforehand, maybe I would have had a different opinion. To me, that's some
Yeah.
mature grown man shit.
Yeah.
He
And
wasn't
then like
saying, oh,
even
you're a lame ass nigga that can't get pussy
right, right,
and
right.
you're hating on men because you're jealous of they're more successful than you. Like to me, that was just childish.
Exactly.
And even like literally said and this is 18th letter. He said after watching that video, he'll admit that he was wrong and where he was standing. Like he admitted that. Like I didn't tell him to admit it, make him feel no type of way about it. And hold on, if I could get it, I'll pull it up for y'all just to show you. But yeah, he literally said, "Yo, after watching the video, I'll admit that I was wrong." And I'm like, and that's all a brother can say. Like when you got a guy who stood where, and then when you see the evidence right in front of you, you already know, like, hey man, here it go right here. I'll admit after seeing the video, I was wrong.
What's up, 18
And
letters?
yeah, he was in the chat. I don't know, he probably watching from the clouds, but salute to him, man. But yeah,
But
even
yeah,
he admitted
salute.
that. Yeah,
Like to
salute.
me, that's a mature, grown man. You being logical. You're using your critical thinking skills. You're not biased. To me, that was a great response back to us. When you're saying, "Okay, Diddy Gang, come up here," which I got to say now, right? So the
Right.
way he did it, I wish Game Changer would have did it that way too.
Man, you know he ain't that man. He's so dug in on his, just like how he rolls is how he rolls. And then seeing the people in the chat like rolling with what he's saying too, I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah, like dude was saying, like we're believe all women camp. What? Like
That
that
I know that
doesn't make any
was
sense.
you don't really, I mean, you don't know me like I ain't never think like that.
Right. And then on top of that, like, who was one of the main people that was calling out the brick lady when she came out lying? Who was one of the main people that was calling out Carly Russell when she came out lying? Like, come on, man. I call out what's wrong. I don't call out somebody just because of a specific gender. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Like, that's the problem with a lot of these people. They always want to try to put everybody and coddle them, but when somebody else do something wrong, oh, you can't wait to pounce on them and jump on them and stuff like that. If I see a dude acting crazy, I'm gonna call him out on it. If I see a woman acting crazy, I'm gonna call him out on it. Wrong is wrong at the end of the day, man. And now more than ever, I see that it just don't mean nothing in today's society.
Well, I think it's just this space. Because I call it like manosphere politicking to where dudes will hold women accountable all the time. But when it comes to men, they won't do it, or they'll shy away from it, or they'll do like the very bare minimum, or they'll do the I see no evil, I hear no evil. And to me, it's like I can't respect that. It's like right is right, wrong is wrong. Yes, women do some foul, messed up stuff that we could talk about, but so do men. It's like we shouldn't be
Yeah.
Yeah.
avoiding the
Can I ask you a
conversation.
question about the space since I'm like adjacent to the space too? Don't you think and I know he got that triggered him when I called him that last night. Do you think the incels had infiltrated the manosphere?
Yeah, they've been
I've been
infiltrated.
saying that for the
It's,
longest. I've been saying that for the
here's the thing,
longest.
Irby. Here's the thing, Irby. Like as far as like the message, like the red pill message, it's not bad. It's really just to make men aware of how female nature is, of how society is. And it was really supposed to be just a space to where men basically kick knowledge and spit game and teach you about stuff that you might not be aware of, right? So that's fine. But then you'll have dudes who are extreme, or as people call it, are in their red pill rage, to where the only thing they want to hear about is you going at the woman and you talking crap about the women. But again, as soon as you talk about men and how they need to be held accountable or self improvement, don't even say self improvement to some of these niggas. They'll get mad, they'll get butthurt, they'll be trying to like get you to switch the conversation back over to the women. And like to me, people can't take it serious because it's like when you think about red pill manosphere, you always think about the biggest people, right? So like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, and every time they do some goofy stuff or say some goofy stuff, people was like, "Oh, so these are a bunch of lame dudes or angry dudes mad at women." So people really just, like I said, I think I said this a bunch of times in the Discord. If you have a bad, even if you have a good message, if you have a bunch of bad messengers trying to spread the message, it's going to take away from the message. Because at this
Exactly.
point, Most people don't even know what the red pill message really is. They just looking at the niggas who claim they red pill doing goofy shit.
My God, man. You could not be any more right about that. Like, seriously. You
Like, if
couldn't
you say
be any
red
more.
pill manosphere, they're gonna be thinking about Fresh and Fit, and then they could be thinking about all the stupid crap and all the goofy stuff Fresh and Fit said and did, and be like, oh, you rock with them niggas. So that's why a lot of people just disassociated themselves from this. That's why you see a lot of people do that when they get big. You're talking about the Killer Swag. They'll use the red pill manosphere space to get big, and then they'll disassociate themselves from it as soon as they get big. Kevin Samuels did that. Andrew Tate did that. I don't know if you remember Jessica X. She kind of did that. So, I mean, that's telling you something.
Hmm. Even that one dude that used to be hanging around, what's his name? Go, even he did that. So I mean,
Oh, Sneako?
yeah, because he used to talk that red pill shit too, and then after he hit a certain point, he stopped talking about it. But yeah, so what you got to say on the matter, H&M? I know you just sitting there waiting quietly. What's going on with you, homie?
Yeah, nothing much. Now, as far as this whole red pill stuff, I think over time it kind of lost its luster, and people just kind of misinterpreted what it is. I think, like y'all said earlier, to me, the red pill was about understanding the dark side of female nature and kind of use it as a some sort of a blueprint or a guide to point out the women that are just full of shit, and then separate them from the good women. But I think over time, people just kind of use it and abuse it and start taking out their frustrations on every woman. Think of it like teaching somebody self defense and want to use their skills to just beat up everybody. It was never made for that purpose, but you're going to have the lame branch that's going to take advantage of and use it. But that's the case with any system out there. But me, I use the red pill stuff wisely. The red pill kind of awakened me to the dark side of female nature, the bullshit that they do. So now I can sniff it a mile away, more or less. Now I've had some that disguise it, but hey, if I'm saying something is wrong, I'm gonna call it out for what it is. And back to what Leo was saying, I agree. Call out men and women. Because when I heard what D was doing to Cassie, I didn't know what to make of this because you got situations where women make false allegations against men. That's really nothing new. Think back to Mike Tyson. That 30 years ago, the man got falsely accused of the R word, and they found out he was innocent. He got falsely accused. I think that football player Brian Williams or whatever, he got falsely accused. So this kind of stuff is really nothing new. It happens, but you gotta let everything just play out. Find some evidence, see what really went down. And I really thought on some degree Diddy was innocent, but when I heard all the stuff I heard about him being suspect, him having hookups with other men, I'm like, okay, this ain't looking good for Diddy. Now we can speculate he probably did do something to Cassie. After that video, that about sums it all up.
Right.
See,
That
H&M,
video,
like,
that
I can
video pretty much,
respect that
yeah, that video pretty much summed it all up. I mean,
because
Cassie may have been toxic herself, but let's face it, Diddy is no better. So, and they say
he's way
celebrate
worse.
taking down, yeah, celebrate taking down a black man. No, we're celebrate taking down a man needs a good ass whooping and time in jail. Seriously,
Yeah, yeah.
both
And that's what
both
I,
sides. Both sides should be held accountable for their fuckery, women and men. That's what I do on my show. I call it the fuckery on women and I call it the fuckery on men. Both sides should be held accountable. We're both to blame for this fucked up society, in my opinion. But that's my take on it.
yeah, what you were saying about people are not celebrating a black man's downfall. People are celebrating a guy like Diddy who's been known to do this shady stuff for years and been using his money and influence to get away with it, finally kind of get served justice. And I don't see how dudes don't see that. To me, it's weird that you will automatically go to, oh, you're happy to see a black man's downfall. What? I don't even know how you go to that. And what I respect about what you just said, Hassan Massa, it's like, okay, after seeing more proof that Diddy does do some shady stuff, you was like, okay, now I look at the situation different. But then again, you had some dudes that, see all the facts and they're still like, well, Cassie was extorting him. Well, Cassie was blackmailing him. Like, to me, that's like you're still kind of like trying to grasp at straws to kind of excuse what he did. And I just can't get with that.
Why they call it extortion in the first place? Didn't she sue him or something? I don't know. What did she? Did she sue him for what she did? For what he did to her or something?
Well, I
Civil
believe
suit.
like yeah, she filed a civil suit, which I'm like, how is that extortion? It's like she took legal action against him. That's
Exactly.
extortion because she
Last
threatened,
time,
hey, if you don't, pay me some compensation for what you did to me, I'm gonna take legal action against you. And then the nigga settled it out in court,
right?
almost the
Yeah,
same day. So I was like, how do you look at that as extortion? That's why
because
I
the
was like, I
last
And
don't,
time
I
then,
don't
I
know if I would
checked,
call it that.
yeah.
I mean, the
And
last
then on
time I
top of
checked,
that, like,
extortion is illegal. Extortion is illegal. But taking someone to court, filing a lawsuit against them is not extortion. That's just taking. That's just how should I put, abiding by the law. You're suing somebody basically. You're suing somebody in the civil court of law. That's not extortion.
yeah, but
Yeah,
then
like
not
I
only
tried
that,
to. Oh, I'm
let me get
sorry. Go
this
ahead,
out.
Killer.
Then after that, I say you can go ahead. But this is the thing that they fail to realize about this whole situation. There's no telling what this man was doing to her that led her to go do what she did. Because I pretty much doubt that Diddy just left her alone, that she went to go live her life with her new husband and her kids, and then all of a sudden she just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm gonna just file a civil suit against Diddy. No, Diddy probably sent her some threatening messages and probably kept trying to harass her, trying to get her back and stuff like that. Because, like I said, all this stuff could have happened behind the scenes. None of us know. Because it's like, why all of a sudden, out of the blue, she just wants to sue this man? Like, that makes no sense. And plus, Diddy got that mentality that he could be very controlling. So where it's like, yo, you think you can leave me? You ain't going nowhere. Like I made you. You know what I'm saying? You've been with me for so long. I don't care if you with your husband. You gonna give me what I want. And like I said, Cassie probably could have just been like, you know what? I can't take this no more. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to better myself. And the crazy part about it is, unfortunately for her, what she did with the video coming out, this probably will help other women to finally speak up and say something about it, even though other women have said something about Diddy in the past. But now that there's actual video proof of what he did, it's like you can't dispute anything these women are saying now because it's in his pattern.
Yeah, and like other women in the industry, they might be going through the same thing Cassie is doing, but just being quiet about it because they're getting hush money. So it's like, how can you do say, oh, she's extorting him when you got proof that Diddy was abusing her? So it's like I can't even look at it as extortion because it's like she all she really said was, "Hey, I'm going to take legal action against you unless you pay me what I feel like I'm due." And to me, I don't look at that as extortion. Like
It's
I kept trying to say like, "Hey, if you damage my car, right, and you don't got no insurance, and I say, hey, I'm gonna take you to court, you got to pay me what's due." Is that me extorting you?
no.
No.
It would be extortion if you forced to do some bodily harm if he didn't pay you your money without the law getting involved. That's extortion.
Hmm.
Yeah. So to me, I just couldn't understand why you kind of kept going on with that because I'm like, you can't really use that with this situation. Like I kept trying to use a different situation to where that is extortion. So like I don't know if you guys remember the Kai Sinet situation where he was messing
Oh, you,
around with the porn star Layla
yeah.
Reds. Um,
Hmm.
like to me, that is extortion, right? Because she threatening to put him on blast. She putting out pics of him sleep butt ass naked, half naked, and she's bragging about how she's about to ruin his reputation and expose him unless she gets paid what he's owed. That's
Right.
extortion. Or the
Yeah, but
DJ Academics situation to where this girl that came to his house, DJ Academics, two of his homeboys basically had a threesome with her, and because she don't remember it and she felt some type of way about it, now she's gonna sue academics for it. Like that's extortion. Even though he wasn't the one who supposedly raped her, that's extortion. This situation with Diddy and Cassie, I can't look at it that way.
No, no, it can't be looked at like that, man. Because I mean, it's just like I said. It's like I said earlier. There's no telling what all this man done put this woman through throughout the years. And it's like, a lot of people like, oh, but she why did she wait so long to say something about it? I'm like, maybe because when you go through stuff like that, maybe it was still traumatizing for her to relive that. You know what I'm saying? Because when most victims tell those type of stories, they could just really like break out into tears and just crash out. Like they could just be like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
can't. It's too much,"
yeah, and also like I was hearing that like Diddy was sending goons to basically stalk her and keep tabs on her. And then you gotta see that she probably was scared for her life too. Like I mean, I'm from the hood.
Yeah,
I've seen situations to like this to where chicks are getting their ass beat by a dude, and they really fear for their life. They really feel like dude will kill them if they try to leave. Or excuse me, delete.
believe.
And so it's like delete. So it's like I can understand maybe why she was reluctant to take action because it's like she couldn't even get away from him. So it's like I
Yeah,
can't even
and
be
I
like,
mean,
oh well, she didn't try to file
yeah,
nothing, so she wasn't about justice.
yeah. And it's just like that situation that came out a few months ago, basically with Kid Cudi confirming that his car was set to explode, all because he was dealing with Cassie. So who else could have did that?
Yeah, look, that's a crazy rumor. Like if there's any possibility that Diddy tried to blow up a car of a dude that Cassie was dating, you're really confused as to why she didn't immediately come forward or took so long. I
Exactly.
don't get that.
Yeah, and then like I said, even though it's a rumor or whatever, but Kid Cudi himself literally came out and confirmed that's what happened. Now, I'm not saying that he said that Diddy was the one that did it. He just said that his car exploded when, luckily he was not in the car when it happened. But it's just the fact, like, yo, if that could literally happen to him just because he was seeing Cassie at that time, there's no telling what else this man put this woman through. But the fact that you want to go around and defend this man, talk about, oh, you're just mad because you're broke and you're celebrating seeing a successful black man go down, and you're just mad because he's winning and you're not. I'm like, what does him winning have to do with anything? Because is him winning helping my bank account? Because you want to talk about me, you want to talk about people saying that if him losing is this gonna better my life? No, but is him winning bettering my life either? No. So either way, I don't care regardless. But if you were a piece of shit, yes, I like to see pieces of shit go down. I don't want to see them go off and win and do all this other stuff. Hell with that.
Yeah, like people were mad that the statute of limitations were way past due, and basically he's not going to be locked up for that. So
Yeah,
it's like, why are you like? To me, I didn't even understand why. It was like, why are you celebrating? It's like people wanted to see him go down because they been knew he was on to this type of stuff.
right.
So this is
They knew he
why
was on
I,
this type of time.
this is kind of why I like disassociated myself from the space a little bit because I'm like when I interact and see how some of you guys think, I'm like I can't rock with
Right.
it.
Yeah, because I mean, believe me, I get it, man. I get it. Because it's like, look, I'm all for trying to help the brotherhood. I'm all for trying to uplift my fellow man and stuff like that. But the main thing that these dudes have to remember is holding each other accountable is also helping you, because it's getting you to make better choices, make better decisions. Because if I sit by and just let you continue to make dumb choices, and then you end up doing something far worse than you could ever imagine, then you'll be looking at me like, man, why weren't you looking out for me? Why ain't you sitting? I'm like, hey, you the one told me not to say nothing. So you don't want me to hold you accountable. So what you want me to do? Just saying.
Not to mention, like, I don't think dudes ever think about optics, right? How the space
Hmm.
looks. So if you got dudes defending Diddy, do you know how bad that makes the space look? And you wonder why people don't take Red Pill or Manosphere seriously. Or if you guys, like with the Fresh and Fit situation, because that's pretty recent. That's why I brought that up. You know, you had dudes mad that guys weren't focusing on calling out the prostitute basically for basically faking a pregnancy or getting an abortion. But it's like whether she's lying about it or not, whether she's a prostitute or not, this dude basically slept with her raw, got her pregnant, and then ghosted her and then bragged about
Hmm.
it. That is some shitty
Yeah.
shit. Like, how
Hmm.
could you not hold this dude accountable? So to me, that was wild seeing that. That was when
Yeah.
I knew that
And
it's
then
just like some dudes are just very biased.
not only that though, man, wasn't this dude literally on one of the shows while he was sitting around a bunch of women and he literally
Hmm.
bragged about what we call the Hail Mary, which is basically
Hmm.
he would, raw dog a chick, she would end up pregnant, and then, they would take care of what they need to take care of and take the morning after pill or something to get rid of the baby, and then you take them to McDonald's and then do all this talk about life and stuff, and the next thing you know, you don't see them again. Like this dude literally bragged about that, but y'all are cool with that?
Yeah, and dudes were going to bat for them. And I'm like, bro, there's plenty of proof that this dude doesn't practice what he preaches and is just grifting off the space, off dudes that have this red pill rage, right? And he's just making bank off of it. It's like, y'all are giving this money, y'all giving this dude money to trick. He's tricking off
Right.
your money, literally. So I had a big issue with that, and I was just mad that some dudes. It's like the way they called it out too, like the way O'Shea and MCR did it. I liked it because they pretty much primarily focused on Fresh being a hypocrite and not practicing what he preaches. And it's like this is some shitty shit. You shouldn't be doing this as a man, right? You have people in that camp, then you had people who are basically like, yeah, well, Fresh is a dummy, but still, this chick is a gold digger that faked her pregnancy. It's like, who gives a fuck? It's like, why are you holding a prostitute accountable for being a prostitute? The fuck? That
Exactly.
shit pissed me off too.
Hmm. Yeah, it really set me over the edge too, man. Because it's like now you're celebrating being a trick, like you're celebrating paying to get some cheeks, and just like I think you said it or somebody said it, like if you are a trick, just own it,
Yes,
just just own it.
like, look at Tommy Sotomayor, right? He says he doesn't
Uh
believe
huh.
in dating, courting, none of that shit. He said he just pays for it, which I'm fine
Yeah.
with. He don't try to pretend like, he's this game expert, he's this relationship expert, he's a player pay, he's a pimp. He was like, nah, I just pay for play when I want it. That's if yeah,
Yeah.
if you doing that, you living in your truth. Literally, you're living in your truth. I can respect that. But what pissed me off with Fresh and Myron was that they were paying for it, but acting like they were getting chicks, with game. And then they were selling
Right.
courses about game to men when clearly they don't got no game. Or it's like you clearly you're not doing that well with women if you have to pay for it to get it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like my
But
like with Myron, he was saying it's hard out here to find a wife or a good girl. But guess what dating site this nigga was using? This nigga was using Sugar Baby website to find girls to mess with.
oh
Come
my
on,
god.
man. It's like, and dudes would be defending. That's why I was so pissed. Dudes would be defending these two, saying, no, they can get women, no problem. You're just a hater. You just want to call out men to appease the women. I was like done.
Yeah, I was over it, man. Because it's like, even though I never really kept up with Fresh and Fit like how you did, but just the stuff that I noticed that they was doing and stuff, whether if I saw it through the Alba and Preach videos or just little clips I saw here and there, I was like, yeah, I can't take these dudes seriously, man. Like, I just can't do it because it's just like they're not really practicing what they preach. Two, they're not really even black to begin with. One is Sudanese and another one is what, Barbados or something like that. And then the other one is
Yeah.
just like I just it's just something about them that just makes me just not even want to listen to what they talk about. And I'm not even saying that some of the message that they spew ain't right because some of it, what they said is right. But it's like you said, if you got you got fuck boys out here delivering the same type of message, it's like the whole thing gets misconstrued.
Yeah. That would be like, let's say you had a message where you had a space, right? And you had a message and you got dudes like, I don't want to say his name. Do you remember Black Chucky?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Let's say you got a whole bunch of Black Chuckies, like
yeah. I
basically
know it.
um diluting your message. It's like
Yeah,
it's gonna take away from it because people are just gonna pay attention to how this dude acts. They're not gonna even pay attention to what you're saying. They're just gonna be like, well, you got dudes like this in the space. Nah, I can't rock with it.
mm,
And that's what I was trying to tell dudes. It's like optics matter. Like with Fresh and Fit, I don't like the way they conduct themselves. It's like if you want to have conversations with women, cool. And I get that they're trying to do the Kevin Samuel thing, sort of, but it's to me, it's not as entertaining. It's just more cringy because you could tell they get joy in kicking women off and embarrassing them. Where
right.
at least with KS, it was more of him just being harsh and blunt than anything than like trying to embarrass them. And I'm like, you can have these conversations with women, but you could do it kind of like in a respectful way.
Right.
Like, because we've had conversations with women on the panel, and we're still very respectful towards them. It's like, and then and I, me and my friend, we was like, in the real world, dudes would not talk to women like this. Because you would just sound crazy if you did.
Right. I mean, hell, me and you had a conversation about that when we was at the bar up there in New Jersey. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to a chick and ask her, "What do you bring to the table?" I'm not. I'm not gonna go to a chick and ask her, "What do you bring to the table?" I'm gonna
right.
just vet her for myself and see.
Yeah, that's just dumb. Like, yeah, I mean, that's an easy way to get shot down for real. Like, yeah, what do you bring to the table? Like, besides, that type of stuff. Like, even though I wouldn't even ask that question, I would ask that question more if, like, let's say if me and this girl was really heading towards, something serious. But just on a first date, like, I'm not asking you that because we gotta feel each other out. We gotta know if we really like the same type of stuff. Like, because the first date is really just like, it's like an interview. Like when you go into a job, it's your interview. You're basically meeting this person's representative. But like the longer you're with somebody, yes, you're gonna want to know, like, hey, we're moving in a direction of we're being serious now. So like, what exactly do you think that I should be doing to help make the relationship better? And what do you think you can do to help this shit? Like, but if it's just on some first dates, man, come on, you don't ask no questions like that.
Yeah, it's not like you're trying to interrogate the chick, right? It's
Right.
like dudes in the space ask that just to see how a chick thinks about a relationship. Because I tried to
Mm-hmm.
explain that to my own girl. Like it's like dudes, because it's like if you're dealing with a chick and you consider her for something serious, you kind of already have in mind the reasons why you can take her seriously. So it's like I don't need to ask you that. I can kind of see from interacting with you. Same thing with like body count and all that stuff. I don't ask chicks what's their body count. It's just like
Yeah,
I just look at how you
that's
move and how you carry yourself.
yeah. And then, like a lot of people in this space, they always want to throw the term around, venting somebody. And it's like, if you really pay attention to a woman, especially when you first meet her, at first glance, if you're really on top of your game, you would know right off the bat if this girl is for you or not. Like you don't have to go on 5, 6, 7 dates to figure out, oh well, she's not right. You can tell just by the first date because like I said, first impressions are everything. Now, if you choose to ignore the red flags, that's your business. But if you're really smart in how you look at things, you're going to literally know right off rip that this woman is not for me or this guy is not whatever. Like
Oh,
you
oh,
would know
oh,
just
yeah,
off the first date.
yeah. I mean, because I do that too. Like in my head, I'll put a chick in three categories: friends with benefits, girlfriend, or maybe something even more. And it's like I know right off the bat from interacting with you which one I see you as.
Exactly.
It,
Exactly. Yeah, because I mean you have to. Like you can't just go into every single date thinking that this is gonna be your one and only because just like you said, this girl can look good from an instant because I mean you could go to like a Starbucks or Chipotle or whatever and you can meet a girl, get her number and stuff like that. But like once you actually are in a date setting and you actually seeing her, I guess looking the way she look, no matter how she dressing, that'll give you a certain appeal to know like, okay, she's just gonna be my F buddy. Or maybe she's just gonna be my friend but with benefits or whatever. Or maybe this girl could potentially be my girlfriend and then who's to say where it can
let,
lead to. But it's just how you come across that,
let me ask you something, Killer. Like, because you've been in this space for a while. Do you think dudes really think about in this space? Think about
man.
substance as far as dealing with women because I almost never hear dudes talking about that. And like me and my bro, because we're grown men, right? We're like we don't care how good a chick look or how big her booty is. If I'm
Right.
not rocking with her personality or she don't got good morals and a good head on her shoulders, I don't give a F that she look good and she got a big booty. But when I hear dudes in this space talk, they be talking like that's the only thing that matters. And when I hear that shit, I'm like, y'all must not have no real experience dealing with women like that. Because after you've had a couple, it's like that's not impressive to you no more. So I don't know. Do
Right.
you do you do you think dudes even consider like substance in this space as far as like dating and stuff?
Hell no. Hell
I
no.
never hear them talk.
Because
I
it
never hear them talk about it.
because I mean I'm gonna just keep it all the way a buck. It's just like a saying that I heard a long time ago that I even use to this day. It's like looks and your body, it gets you into the door, but it's your personality that keeps you in. Because if your personality is trash, you're gonna be right back out that door. And that's just what it is. But a lot of dudes they just want to go with the video vixens and the IG models and stuff like that. But they don't realize like, man, she could be a real headache. You know what I'm saying? But you'd rather deal with the headache just because she look good. At this point, you only supposed to deal with the headache if you just want some coochie. You ain't gonna be dealing with no headache just because you want this to be your girl. Because then like that defeat the whole purpose. Cause like if you just use her for just to get you some draws or whatever, like yeah, that's cool. Cause you only dealing with her one time, and that's when you want some. After that, you ain't gotta call her, text her for for Valentine's Day or none of that. You just be like, hey girl, I'm horny, and then she be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like as relationship goes, and then with these dudes in this space, no, they ain't no such thing as substance with them. They just want the visual. Like they're really projecting the whole thing of men are visual creatures, even though
Only,
most
yeah,
men,
only.
yeah, yeah, they're only projecting the visual part, but they don't know about how a woman really thinks until they have a conversation. And then if they hear something that they don't like, that's an automatic red flag for them. But it's like if you would have known that from the jump, you wouldn't even have to deal with that point. Because see, now you done got attached to this girl. because of her looks and stuff like that. And now that you see that she's saying things that you don't rock with, it's like, do I cut this off or do I not cut her off because she got good coochie? Like, what do I do? And it's like you put yourself in a predicament that you could have found out on night one.
Yeah, and this is like another gripe of mine. I'm like, if y'all are supposed to be putting men on game or trying to teach themselves and put them on some knowledge to like better themselves, I'm like, this is a important aspect that they should be kind of thinking about and looking at when they're dealing with women. Like, I get it. You want to talk about how women are doing, X, Y, and Z, and there's some validity in that, but there's other stuff too. Because it's like dudes always want to talk about the wrong women to mess with, right? But when do you hear them talk about, okay, the right women to mess with? You don't hear it that much.
Right. Right, they really don't. And then the thing that really just makes it be like you put it in perspective, like they do realize a lot of these women, whether they're watching in the clouds or they might be in the chat, a lot of them are really watching what these dudes are saying and they're really hearing what they think about them. So
And
you
I
automatically just
hate
like,
that. I hate when these dudes be like the representatives for men and how men think. Just like the weird, extreme, red pill raging dudes, they're your representative. Because that happens to me sometimes, where if I go on a panel, and I don't go on panels that much, but because like I'm associated with the red pill space, dudes will
yeah.
automatically, well, or females will automatically put me in the box. Like, oh, look at this incel dude about to talk. Look at this red pill raging dude about to talk. And I'm like, you don't even know me. I ain't even say nothing yet. But and I get so irritated because it's like these dudes are my representative because I don't be on panels like that. And I'm not a big, I don't make content right now. It's like they're my representatives, and I hate that. I hate that you have men like this that represent what I what men are supposed to be doing or how men think.
Hmm.
Because in my real life, I talk to dudes that are solid. In my real life, I got dudes that are healthy minded, healed. They go to therapy. They're in long term relationships. They married. They just became a father and they're happy about the shit. I don't be listening to no bitter ass dudes complaining about women 24/7.
Oh no, I can't do
Like, like my boy just added me into a group chat with like two other females that he go to the gym with. He was like,
it.
"Yo, let's have like a whole little gym double date thing." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And the chicks are like showing us like prep meals and stuff and workout exercises. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like you got to find good people to kind of like surround yourself with and mingle with.
Right.
And that's why I can rock with you, Killer and Melody. It's like because I feel like y'all are good people and you have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be like that, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, for me, it's kind of easy because I know for a fact I'm not trying to be like any of these other dudes out here. So it's really easy for me to stay composed the way that I am and stuff like that. And then, like, meeting you and then meeting Melody and Blue and all of y'all, like, yeah, like, it's just, it's great to know that I have, friends that actually think the same way that I think. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes me not feel like an outcast. You know what I'm saying? When I say something, it'd be like, yeah, I was feeling the same way. Like it makes me feel like, thank God I'm not going crazy. Like, because I
Yeah,
thought I
it
was the only one.
like like am I okay, Killer? Am I what you think a manosphere nigga would be like?
I mean, just by talking to you and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's certain things that you will equip with the Manosphere talking points, but you're not like that, like the overly rambunctious Manosphere dudes. That's how I talk that crazy shit.
So do you consider yourself Red Pill or Manosphere, or you just your own content creator? I don't know what
Man,
you
I'm my
your own
own man.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Like I
like
said,
that.
don't
Me
get it.
too. I'm
Yeah,
my own man.
yeah, I'm my own man. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff in the red pill space that I do agree with, but it's just the fact like I don't want to be that type of content creator because for one, I mean, I can't rock with people that do with the type of stuff that they do over there. Like I said, yes, I agree with the message, but it's like, nah, man, I can't do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen too much stuff go on in this space, and I know some things that go on behind the scenes that really turn me off to that type of stuff. So it's like, no, I can't. I'm not getting into that. So like, if y'all want to continue to try to grift and get a bag off of that, hey, have at it, man. But just don't try to bring that my way, or I will expose
Yeah, and it's like I know a lot of dudes in these states, and I see like them flip flop, and I've heard about how they are behind the scenes. I'm like, I can't fully get with it. It's like
you. Yeah, because it's a
I
lot of dudes in this space that don't practice what they preach, and you mentioned it earlier about that. It's like a lot of these red pill dudes. They'll tell all of these guys like, don't mess around with a woman that got kids. Don't do this, do that. But the majority of these dudes behind the scenes constantly mess with women with children. So it's like you're telling these dudes not to do that, but at the same time, you are doing exactly what you're telling other men not to do. Like that don't even make no sense. Like, of course, we as men, we would want a woman with no kids, but let's be realistic. It's not really a lot of
yeah
women out here that
yeah
don't
like
have kids.
yeah I told dudes it's like living your truth. It's like if you can make an exception for a woman that got one kid, just fucking say that. Why are you gonna pretend like you ain't gonna deal with no women with a kid when you know your ass will make the exception? Because there was a dude in this space. I mean, he said that like he can't be with American single moms, but he can be with a chick that's overseas that's a single mom.
Oh
Because he
my
feel like
God, I think I know
she's
who you're talking about. I ain't gonna say
yeah.
nothing, but I know who you're talking about. Know who you're
I'm
talking
like,
about.
that is so ridiculous. It's just like, bro, living your truth. Say you can make an exception for a woman that has one kid and she's a good woman.
Right.
Uh, But like so many dudes, they want to be like this alpha red pill dude that they just won't, live in their truth.
Mhm.
Same thing, there's dudes that be married and telling
Oh
other
yeah.
dudes, yeah, not to get married and you a beta if you want to get married and you foolish. But they've been married for years. They're still married.
Still
I
married,
can't.
man. Yeah, it's like, man, why are you telling these young cats that? Because at the end of the day, no matter how you slice it, man, unless you're a guy that is just completely adamant or not getting married, most men want to be married. Now, of course, they don't want to deal with the court documents and stuff like that, but they want that woman that's going to be around them for the rest of their life. They're not going to want to be alone by themselves, man. Like it's just impossible. Like that's why I say, like men and women, as much as people want to act like they don't, we all need each other, especially
Yeah,
to keep the human race going. So I
yeah,
mean, come on.
and this is the thing. It's like it kind of contradicts, the talking points in this space. It's like, okay, you want to hold women accountable for having babies out of wedlock, right? But then you
Hmm.
shaming dudes who want to get married and have kids. It's like when you
Yeah,
cross reference the two, how does that work? How does that work? You
it
don't
don't.
want no dudes to get married, but you want the women to be responsible and only have kids to dudes they're married to. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. That's why I always thought like the dudes shaming. And I'm not saying you basically kicking knowledge that hey, you might not want to do this because of statistics or
Yeah.
because like we're not living in a good time to where
Hmm.
marriage is a good idea. I don't mind that. Like, but shaming dudes out of getting married, I don't like that. Or shaming dudes that are married, I don't like that. Because it's just like
Yeah,
hypocritical.
yeah, it's very
It's just like
hypocritical.
let dudes do what they want to do.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, a grown ass man is gonna be he feels like doing regardless of what somebody tell him anyway. Because I mean, let's just use shit for an example. How many of our friends have done some pretty stupid shit behind the scenes and found out about it? We try to school them on it, but they still turn around and did whatever they felt like doing in the process. Like man is gonna do what he gonna do regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got men out here that just love to go and chicks raw. You got some men out here that just, love to simp stuff. And it's just like, look, you can try to school all day long, but at the end of the day, it's up to that person to whether or not they change their ways. Want to continue to be that way? Let them be that way. Cause I mean, it's not gonna affect you. Of course, you don't want to see your homie looking crazy, but at the same time, it's like you gotta really understand it. You're gonna be a man. A man gonna do what a man gonna do. And in his case, he gonna simp or he gonna raw dog. That's simple.
Yeah, and sometimes like the space gets too divisive to where like, passport bros, there are a lot of dudes that be like, I don't know how you could deal with these American women, bro. You better go get your passport. Now, I could understand both sides of the argument. I understand dudes that want to do it and dudes that don't want to do it or don't think it's necessary. But it's like you shouldn't be telling dudes don't date American women. That I don't like. That I
Yeah,
don't like because it's like if you're a dude that has problems with women, getting your passport ain't gonna help you, right? Because there's bad women in every race, every nationality, every ethnicity. It's like you're not really taking care of that problem.
yep. And then this is the thing that they fail to realize too when they, with this whole passport bros thing. Like, you really think that these women in other countries ain't peeping what y'all saying? Like, they may not understand it fully, but I'm pretty sure translators that can translate what we're saying, whether if it's by caption or whatever. And then when you seeing a lot of these dudes with the hashtag passport bros and they trying to go over there for this reason, that reason, you think them women ain't trying to set themselves up to get you and to try to get your money? Like, I mean, they're gonna sell you a dream because that's what you want. Like, it's not like a lot, and I tell anybody this. Like, if you're a passport pro and you just using it just to go see the world and stuff like that, just go experience different cultures, and then you just happen to meet a woman over there that you vibe with and you cool with, that's fine. But if you already putting your agenda out there for the whole world to see, you think girls ain't gonna try to run game on you? Because
Yeah,
what's the one thing these dudes in these spaces always talk about? How these American women love to run game on dudes. You think these foreign girls ain't gonna try to run no game on you? Please.
that's what I be saying. I'm like, if you think American women will finesse you, right? And run game on you. You don't think that the foreign woman ain't gonna try to finesse you too and run game on you?
Yeah.
So it's like dudes really gotta stop with some of the stuff they be doing because it's like this is not it's not helping. It's like it would be better for you to move in silence. I think because I had an argument with these dudes about I'm cool if you want to do that for exploring or whatever, but if you're gonna do it, move in silence because you've seen all these reports of dudes getting robbed, drugged, deleted. And that's because it's like y'all announcing that y'all traveling overseas to get a wife. So you basically putting a mark on your back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Pretty.
there's it's a lot. There's a lot of issues I have with the space, and I'm glad I'm talking to you because if I was talking to somebody else, they'd be like, "Oh, Leo, you're a hater. Oh, Leo, you're a white knight. You're a simp. You're hating on these men in the space. I don't know about you, Leo. What? I'm calling the shit out for what it is."
Right. And a lot of them don't. They can't. They how to accept it. They just don't know how to
And
accept it.
and don't get me
And
wrong, I call out women on their shit too. When I see women doing fuck shit or bullshit, I call them out too.
mm, As you should. I mean, like anybody can. It's like video game captions. Like rated E for everybody. Everybody can get the smoke. It's like ain't nobody else gonna get it more than others. Like if I see a chick out here acting crazy, and I said it once before, if I see out here acting crazy, yeah, I'm gonna call that out because it's wrong. Women shouldn't be doing that. But then if I see a dude acting stupid out here, so I'm gonna call that out too. Like I said, everybody can get it. But the fact that these dudes in this space, they only want to have it one way. But then if somebody even tell them, even if they're not even coming at you crazy, you can just be like, "Hey man, moving funny out here, man. Just chill. Like, don't be trying to come at me like, man. We all men and blah blah blah." It's like, bruh.
Yeah, I
Like if
mean,
I'm a
go rewatch that Scream, and literally, dude was proving, I guess you could say, our point that you're giving us all this hard time for holding Diddy accountable and holding dudes that defended Diddy accountable. Come on, man. Like, you're not seeing what I'm talking about?
yeah, and
You're
then
throwing
this
ass
is the
homonyms at me?
right, and this was the thing that really annoyed me about the situation because when I brought forth, I don't know if you was there, you might have dropped off afterwards, but I posed a question to 18th letter
Oh, I
and to
wasn't there.
and yeah, but it was just like, look, we all know like everybody up in here is black, every one of us is black, and so we all know that we're gonna have to go through life twice as hard as harder than white people or Asian people or Latino people or any of these other people. And already we got a stigma attached to us that we're the angry black men or angry black people because we're still stuck on the slavery stuff and all this other stuff, right? And they was like, okay, yeah, I agree. I'm like, so if you see all of these angry black people, and Diddy and them knows this. So we already have this thing about being an angry black man. Why would you do something to perpetuate that stereotype? Then this dude had the nerve to be like, why would you tell people that don't commit a crime about committing a crime? I said, what?
That doesn't even relate. Why would you tell people
I'm
about a
like,
crime, about not committing a crime? What?
yeah, he said, why would you tell law abiding citizens about committing a crime? I said, are you serious right now? I was like, are you serious right now?
It's, I mean,
You gotta be.
I think I think what you I get what you're getting at. It's like, if you know we're under a microscope as black people, you will want to keep a clean reputation. So nobody can just
Right,
have all these assumptions about you and these doubts, and you're not looking crazy,
right,
if something happened.
right.
So yeah, it's
Because I
like,
mean,
if you're doing wild stuff, and you shouldn't have a bad reputation for doing wild stuff.
right,
But if you have that, then it's going to work against you.
right. Definitely gonna work against you, man. And that's all I'm saying, yo. Like when you already know that you're from birth, you already fighting a battle that's gonna be twice as hard as anybody else. And then you do find success. You do get to the mountaintop. Why would you do anything to mess that up? That's all I'm saying. Why would you do anything to bring more attention to yourself? Because if we're gonna go with the stigma of how black people are always getting held back and stuff like that, why would you give them the ammunition to even want to go at you like that? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, to take you down, literally. It's like you're giving
And
them.
you're
Diddy
giving them the
gave the
formula
public.
to do it.
You gave the public ammunition to take you down. Even if he doesn't get locked up for what he did, it's like nobody is going to associate themselves with you. So it's like you're going to. It's like his money is gonna run dry at some point. I think.
Yeah.
At some.
Cause I mean, let's be real. Like, if this stuff, like, cause of course he can't get convicted off the stuff that happened in the video, unfortunately, because statute of limitations done. But let's say if any other stuff comes out, and then they can get him for that, and he goes to trial, all the money that he gonna be having to spend on the legal team, and all the lawyer fees, and all the court fees he's gonna have to pay and stuff like that, that could potentially run him to die too, because that's gonna be a very high profile case if he ever goes to
Did
trial for anything.
then then this dude's probably gonna constantly be on the run. Constantly. So it's
Right.
like your life ain't gonna be peachy after this stuff. And this is
No.
why you don't want to have a bad reputation like that.
Yeah. And this thing that I always say too, like, and this is like no matter, and this is like universal. It don't matter what you are. It don't matter what nationality you are. Once you get a certain label attached to you, even if you're found to be innocent, there's still going to be people that think you're guilty. Even in the law, when you're found to be completely innocent, you're exonerated and everything. There's still going to be people that's like, I don't know, maybe he paid them off. Maybe he did. It's
Um,
still going to be people you
like you could look at Drake's situation right now. People saying like he's a groomer, right? That he be messing around, befriending underage girls, and then smashing them when they turn of legal age. It's like, okay, what you're doing is not illegal if you're waiting until they're 18 to smash, but people are still going to look at you sideways for doing it. And
right.
it's like, how are you going to get rid of that reputation now?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get it. Like it's gonna be hard to get that. It's gonna be hard to get that off of you because it's like once that shit is attached to you, it's over. It's over, yo. Like it doesn't
Look at
matter
Chris
what you
Brown.
do. It's over.
Look at Chris Brown. Look how hard.
Perfect
Look how long
example.
it took for people to stop looking at him as like this woman beater.
Yeah, but the crazy thing
It took
about
a
it is
long,
even
it took Rihanna coming
yeah,
out and saying, I hit him
yeah,
first
it
for
yeah,
it
it
to
took
finally
Rihanna coming
be
out,
like,
yeah. But seriously though, even when Rihanna did that, there's still people that still want to condemn him for that.
yeah. So
Like
you
even
right.
when
Like, it's
Rihanna
like,
came out and admitted, like, dude, like you can't escape it. And then and you're siding with this motherfucker? Like I said,
yeah,
and then like in the a perfect example that you made with Chris Brown, that was a round of applause right there because that was a perfect example. Dude was completely exonerated of all of that. He was vindicated when Rihanna came out and said, you know, this is partly my fault, blah blah blah, whatever. But people still hold that against him to this day because even I think it was one time when he got in trouble, they still bring that up.
yeah. And in a lot of interviews, sometimes they don't tell him that they'll ask that question. So, how is your relationship with Rihanna? Has she forgiven you for putting hands on you? It's like, he be mad as they be trying to trigger him too. It'd be funny watching him, but yeah, it took him a long time to escape that. I think that's why he just stopped doing interviews and shit.
Yeah, like he do interviews every now and then, but he don't do it like I used to. But yeah. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson is another example. Look at him. Like the man been dead for over 10 years and people still think that he inappropriately messed with them kids.
Yeah, so that's why when men are accused of stuff, I can give them the benefit of the doubt. If for the most part they had a clean reputation, right? So
Right.
I think like this chick that was saying that like Jamie Foxx fingered her butthole 11 years ago.
Oh my
It's like
god. Oh my god.
I can't take that serious. I can't believe it. Even if a bunch of chicks came out the woodwork, it's like I would need proof to really kind of even somewhat consider that. But if it's a dude that has a reputation for what he's accused of, like I was trying to use R. Kelly for example, like I remember
Mm-hmm.
as a kid, R. Kelly always had that reputation that he messed with little girls. Like he was messing
Yeah.
with 15-year-old Aaliyah. He was messing with chicks from high school, singing at the prom. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Like I remember all that stuff. So I'm like,
Right.
when these chicks started coming out the woodwork claiming statutory rape or he was inappropriate with them when they were underage, I couldn't be like, oh, I don't know. These chicks could be lying on him to get a bag. I mean, yeah, but it's like he has done so much shady stuff. I cannot defend him. I was like, so it's best to just not really say anything about it. It's just like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing until more evidence come to light. I ain't gonna say he did it, but I ain't gonna say he didn't do it. That's where I was with it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Oh yeah. Like
And that's the
once
same
that
thing with
video
Diddy. It's
came
like,
out, yeah,
yeah, it's the
yeah. I was
same
about
thing
to
with
say
Diddy.
like
It's
once
like,
that, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
I ain't say he did shit. I ain't say he did anything. I just said a lot of people have said that they've seen him do some stuff. And if all these people are corroborating the same story, I can't look at it like that dude probably is innocent. So I was like, I'm not gonna say he did something, but I ain't gonna put it past him. That's what I'm saying. So I can't
Right.
defend this dude.
Yeah. And that's just like, when you mention R. Kelly and stuff like that, like, and I mean, we all know about the infamous tape that came out all those years ago, like when he was, urinating on a young girl and stuff like that. And I mean, that clearly was him in the tape. But the fact that dude got off in the 2008 trial that he was on, like, I mean, come on, man, like that was enough right there. And it's just like, ooh, I couldn't believe it, but at the same time, you know how people could quickly swept that under the rug until the surviving R. Kelly stuff came out, like because it's like, I mean, y'all knew that this was going on with old boy, but once he was
Yeah, but
found
that's
not guilty,
but Killer. I couldn't be one of the dudes to say, oh, these chicks are probably lying on him and trying to get it back. Because, okay, that could be true, but based on his reputation, it's very likely that that could also, be the case. That's why I couldn't say either way. I'm not going to say nothing.
yeah. But I'm always been of the mindset like I would never excuse what that man did whatsoever. Like that's some sick ish that he did, also real stuff. But I've always been of the mindset like even though what this dude was did, when are we gonna start holding these parents accountable? Because all of them like brought this man around their kids, knowing what he was doing, but they want to try to play it off like, oh, he kidnapped my daughter, he did this, he did that. Like you really gonna sit here and do that stuff? Like you really ain't had no real contact with them like that? Like, come on now, because I'm not a father whatsoever. But let's just say if I had a daughter and my daughter was like caught up in that whole R. Kelly mess or whatever. Bottom line is, ain't nobody keeping me away from my child. Like I will go down to Chicago because they always say he was at that spot in the studio or whatever. It's like, I mean, I'm gonna be there. I'm not gonna be on no interview thing crying my eyes out. Oh, I just want my daughter to come on. No, I'm going to look for my kid. Like I don't care. I don't even care if my kid called me talking. I'm fine. I'm like, no, you coming home with me. I don't care. Because I mean, believe they're not old. They weren't old enough to make that decision on their own. So what you gonna do? But I mean, like I said, R. Kelly did some effed up stuff, but at the same time, when are we gonna hold these parents accountable? Because they let this man be around their kids. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, that's another can of worms. Because then you're gonna get into a conversation about if it was with like dudes in the space, they'd be like, most of those parents are probably single mothers and they sold their daughters to R. Kelly. And I can't really argue it either way. That could be the case. It could be some fathers in there, but yeah, that is some messed up parent.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. But I mean, it's just the fact, like, but there was a few of them that actually had a father though. Like, and it wasn't all just single parents. Like, I don't want to say single moms. It was some dads in there too. So it's like you as a man, you really let that go on for as long as it did, and you didn't do anything. And of course, they'll say like, "Well, we called the police and we did this." Like, if you feel like your daughter's in danger, you really just gonna sit there and wait on the police that he probably had in his pocket in Chicago? Because I mean, let's just be for real. When R. Kelly was on top, dude could have literally paid everybody off. So the fact that, and you probably knew this too. So the fact that you decided to just sit back and rely on people that you knew probably was in R. Kelly's back pocket, nah, man, I wouldn't take that chance. But then again, that's just me.
So, because I'm looking in the chat now. What do you think about Trey Songz? Now, I've heard some stuff, but I can't. Again, I haven't really seen enough proof to like say he did the shit. But I heard some stuff. But this year is a
Yeah,
crazy year. This year is like the year of
yeah.
everybody getting exposed. Everybody.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat Williams was not lying saying that this 2024 was the year of truth. He was not lying. Like,
Yeah.
because it's mighty ironic that he was literally the first thing that came out of 2024, and after that interview, all the dominoes started to fall. Like, that's really nuts.
Yeah. So I'm like, whew. They was like, don't have no celebrity heroes. Your
Oh
hero
my
might be
god.
a dirtbag.
Yeah, yeah, yes. I mean, but should nobody be worshiping these celebrities anyway, man? Like, I mean, granted, yes, they have the limelight, they in front of cameras, they could be in TV shows, movies, make music, and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, they're people just like us. But the difference is, those people do some of the sickest shit that you could ever imagine. And if you ever found out about it, yes, you're gonna be disgusted by it, but you'll be more disgusted with yourself because it's like, dang, this person did all this stuff and I was rocking with it. But of course, it can't
Yeah,
be helped because you
like
know it.
killer. Like look at the Drakes. Look at the Drakes. I was looking at the Drakes dance. Like they could not accept that Drake was doing some of this stuff. It's like I was arguing with my
Oh no.
boy about this shit. Um, Well, I was showing him people making their own Surviving Drake series. They're showing
Mm,
receipts of him,
yeah.
messaging underage girls and going to their sweet 16th birthdays. And my bro said, he was like, well, all celebrities are doing that. All of them be doing that. So you just can't hold Drake accountable for that. I was like, bro, you are a super Drake stan for that shit. I was like, it,
Oh
it
yeah.
don't matter. It's just like he's on trial for this shit, literally, because of his beef with Kendrick Lamar. And I'm like, it's gonna be hard for him to come back from it. And he would not
Yeah.
accept that shit. He wouldn't even say Kendrick won. He just would not accept any criticism about Drake. I was like, don't
Man,
have no celebrity heroes.
Kendrick mopped the floor with Drake. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, there
I
you
don't
you
care what
also
nobody.
I think you showed a video of somebody crying defending Drake. I really wanted to
Yeah,
copy
I
that
I
video and
posted it
send
in
it
my
to my boy.
yeah,
I
I
was like, this
posted
is
it in my
you.
story on
I was
how
like, this is
Diddy.
your ass. This is your ass crying
Yeah,
about Drake.
yeah. Yeah, I think I posted it in my in the Discord too. If I didn't, I probably gonna post it there later tonight. But yeah, I definitely had it. Like, man, Drake ain't never did nothing to anybody, man. Like, I don't know why he delivered his accusations at him and stuff. And I'm just,
And
and
he
then you
helped
got
so
the other
many
dude
people.
on the side laughing. Right. I'm like, dude, but he also ruined some people too. Like, even if you want to put that stuff to the side of him, you know, being on that weird stuff, even if you want to put that to the side, the fact that it came out that this dude just smashed a lot of his so-called friends' girls on the low, like,
Yeah.
bro, that's some low life shit right there. I can't trust
You
no
could,
dude like that.
you
Like, come
they,
on.
it had to make you think. It's like, why do all these niggas hate Drake? It's like, what did this nigga do? And
Right.
then,
Because ain't
when
nobody
people were
side.
saying, oh, he be trying to smash your girl or your wife, and this nigga go out of his way to do it. And yeah, that's messed up. It's like, I'm your boy, but I'm gonna try to smash your wife. Come on now.
Yeah. Because he even did it to Wayne. Like, and Wayne even admitted it. Like, Wayne confirmed it. Like, come on, man. Like, you messing with his girl while he was locked up at Rikers? Like, come on, fam. And that's supposed to be the dude that's supposed to help you put you on. And you did that to him. Like, come
And,
on,
and
man. Like
again,
that.
I'm gonna tie it back to like some people, some dudes just struggle holding men accountable. And at least with Drake, my boy could not do that. I was getting annoyed with him to the point that I was like, bro, I'm not having this conversation with you no more because you keep
Right.
showing me stupid shit. Every time I tell him about some shit that Drake was accused of, he'd be like, well, all celebrities are doing it. All celebrities are messing with underage girls. Oh, they're all into government conspiracies and talking about Freemasons. Oh, I was like,
Mm.
oh my God, I can't have this conversation with you.
Oh yeah. Once they go
Oh, I
down that
seen
little
Angry
rabbit
Man.
hole, that's like,
I seen Angry Man doing that. I was like, I feel like Angry Man was purposely doing that for controversy because he kind of
yeah, I think
knew
so.
everybody was looking at Kendrick as the winner, but he's like, I'm gonna say Drake is so I can get people to argue with me.
Oh yeah. And plus, he want to have people to come on his channel to argue with him, but as long as they keep it respectful,
Oh
he'll keep them
yeah,
there.
and he might attract new people that ain't. So yeah, from a it's good content strategy as they call it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So Irby, I don't think he seriously means that because I think if you seriously got Angry Man in a room where there was no cameras, no YouTube or anything, he probably would tell you himself, yeah, Kendrick won that battle. Kendrick won that
Yeah, I
battle.
really
But of
think
course he
I
got to
think he was
say
doing some
Drake.
content strategy.
Yeah. Because I mean, just like you said, everybody and their mama said that Kendrick won. So how can you differentiate yourself? You got to say Drake won, even though you know damn well he didn't. But let's be for real. You gotta you gotta take him at that. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's a good strategy to have because you're going against the grain. Because I mean, it's pretty damn obvious that Kendrick beat the hell out of him in that battle, even before
They
Meet the
they
Grams came
playing
out.
his
Like, come on.
they playing not like us everywhere in the club, at proms, marriage, wedding
Oh yeah.
proposals, like
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the thing that really sealed it for me was the fact that dude literally lifted all of the copyrights off of his stuff. So if anybody was to
yeah,
react to his music on YouTube or anything, they could do it and make money off of it.
yeah. So I'm like, that's a win too because one of the guys I was watching, he was like, Drake did a solid for YouTube content creators because he was like, yo, we got content for days. We gonna eat good for a while off of this. And
Oh,
they was I
oh
seen a
yeah,
lot of thank you, Kendrick videos.
oh yeah. And then, like I said, and the fact that for those 4 songs that he did against Drake, the fact that people can use them however they gonna use them for, and whether
Yeah,
you
I've seen a lot
react
of
to it.
people either
Yeah,
react to them or make their own freestyle to the beat. So I'm like, yeah,
yeah, not like
people
us.
are eating good. Or
Hell yeah.
even BBL Drizzy. Like I've seen a bunch of freestyles about that.
Yeah, but that's with Metro Boom right there, because he even had like a contest going for like whoever has the best freestyle or the best verses for that song is this gonna be their song. They can use it and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, Drake screwed over a lot of people, bro. Because the fact that nobody came to his defense, sheesh. Like they say, it's lonely at the top.
Yeah,
Well,
and like you were saying, Killer, that's why it's important to keep a clean reputation, especially as a black man, because look at Kendrick, look at J. Cole. Their reputation is
mm-hmm.
still pretty clean. So people are still gonna give
Yeah,
them the benefit of the doubt.
yeah.
Drake, on the
Even
other
though
hand,
Drake
people are gonna
tried to
be
say
silent.
that, yeah, even though Drake tried to say that Kendrick beat his woman and stuff like that, but it's like, dude, where's the proof? Because like you wanted him to say where is the proof as far as like the alleged daughter or him being a pill popper or stuff like that. Where was the proof of Kendrick messing around and beating on his woman like that? There was no proof of that.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, like Drake killed himself. Well, excuse me, deleted himself with his last diss. Because he was
Oh my
basically
God, that
saying
was his weakest one. That was his weakest point.
he was basically saying,
Cause
I don't
I'm
want
not
to do
even
this
gonna
no
lie.
more.
Right, yeah. Cause I mean, like, even though I always had it on Kendrick, I'm not gonna lie. The songs that Drake had against Kendrick were good songs. Like Push Ups was a good song. Taylor Made, I didn't like that just because of the AI. That's what took it down for me. But then you have Family Matters and then all the other stuff. Like I actually like those songs. But of course, I still say Kendrick got them no matter what. But I'm just saying, I bumped those songs. But that Heart Part 6, that was his weakest cut, man. That was his weakest song, and you could tell he wrote that one because he
No,
contradicted his stuff the whole time on that song.
yeah, like he was saying, he's too famous to be doing what Kendrick accused him of, and because people were. I was so happy. People were actually paying attention to the lyrics and analyzing
Hmm.
bars, and that's what people used to
Right.
do back in the '90s. I haven't done this as far as like analyzing bars and trying to figure out the meaning of a double entendre in years. Because most of this new
Right.
gen rap is garbage. It's not lyrical. It's just niggas saying whatever over a hot beat. Um,
Hmm. Going on top. Popping the molly. Yeah, that type of shit.
yeah. And people were analyzing the hell out of every bar that Drake and Kendrick were saying with the Heart Part Six. People were like, Drake is contradicting the hell out of himself on the song. Like, you saying that you too famous to be accused of what you're being accused of, like grooming little girls. I mean, R. Kelly got away with that for years, and um, sleeping with other people's women. It's like people are coming out saying you did that. So it's like you contradicting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, he did contradict himself a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's still going off and saying that,
Oh, and
Kendrick
he lied.
stimulate
Remember, he
men.
lied. He lied. He lied about how he leaked the information to Kendrick. That was a part of his genius master plan. And it was like people are
Yeah,
like, this don't make no sense. Why would
yeah,
if you leak this again? We're talking about keeping your reputation clean. Why would you leak that you're a pedophile and you sleep around with a bunch of other dudes, women, and you got a secret 11-year-old daughter? Why would you leak that
yeah,
to Kendrick
yeah. But the
and
thing that
and then
really
be like,
got
"Oh,
me
we
was,
finesse you"?
yeah, but the thing that got me though was like when Kendrick did drop Meet the Grams and when Drake put on his Instagram story, really, where is my daughter at? Can somebody please find my daughter? I'm like, you're worried about that, but dude literally just labeled you a PDF file. He labeled you a pedo, but you're worried about the daughter that you don't have or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's a heavier accusation than having a hiding another kid.
Yeah, and people were planning that out. It's like, okay, you're gonna, rebut that you don't got a daughter, but not all the other stuff. People were looking at that like
Yeah,
that's suspect.
yeah. And then
And
to say like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, if I was messing with a kid, I for sure would get arrested. I'm too famous for all the stuff that you're accusing me. I'm like, bruh. They tried to get Michael Jackson off of that, and he was richer and more famous than you combined, bro. So don't ever say, "Oh, I'm too famous for that," because that was one of the things they tried to get Michael Jackson for. Like, come on now. And then, like you said, R. Kelly was another one. So it's like, bruh, you can't even say, and you're not on either one of their levels as far as like fame and popularity goes.
again, so this is why, as a black man, you want to keep your reputation clean. That's why I like that Kendrick bar when he said, "I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace." It's like you
Yeah,
don't hear shit about Kendrick. You don't hear shit about J. Cole or certain other rappers. They keep themselves out of the limelight.
yeah. And I mean, honestly, that's how you gotta be, man. Like when you looking at famous people like Kendrick, and then let's switch over to like the movie stars and stuff like that. Look at an actor like Denzel Washington. How many
You
times
don't
have
hear
you ever really
nothing.
heard him doing it? You don't hear nothing about him.
I and he been in the acting business for like what 30 plus years. I ain't never hear nothing bad about Denzel.
Right. If he ain't been in it like before we both was born, he probably was. He probably started right when we both was babies. Cause he been in it a long time, and he been in this game a long time. But you never really hear like you'll see him on the red carpets with his wife, but you'll never hear nothing about
Yeah, that's because he keeps his reputation clean. But then when you look at like let's say Will Smith, it's like it's like now people aren't gonna look at you the same.
him. Oh yeah, that what happened with Will Smith. It was like that was crazy.
Yeah, it's like now people are gonna look at you as a beta, Jada running you, you a simp. You was cool getting cheated on. Jada was sleeping with your son's best friend. It's like too much stuff was kind of being exposed about him. And the more and more was exposed, the less and less people started taking Will Smith seriously.
Yeah, you see
So
why
it's
they
like
had to release
that
Bad
crap
Boy for it
tainted
out, right?
his yeah, and I don't see nobody giving a fuck about Bad Boy for it. I think
Hey,
Martin
that
Lawrence literally is selling that. Martin Lawrence. If people go see Bad Boy 4, it's just to see Martin Lawrence. It
yeah.
ain't to see Will Smith.
Oh no, it ain't gonna be because of Will, because Will took too much of a hit, yo. Like Jada put that man through so much. It's like, oh my god. But the fact that he just don't want to leave is crazy. Because I mean, at this point, all of your kids are grown now, so I don't know what's keeping you there, unless you got some real hellified dirt on
Well, yeah, because my boy, he said that. He said like Jada must have like some deep, dark secrets about him. Like I heard rumors that Will Smith swings the other way. He's G-Hay. I heard some rumors
you.
about that. So he was like, she might, put that out in the world if he leave her. I mean, that could be true, but also like, because I remember listening to Will Smith back in the day when he was on Oprah,
Well,
and this dude
uh,
really believes in the concept of marriage, of like till death do us part. So he looks
yeah,
at it as like a failure if he divorces and he doesn't want to, be considered a failure. But it's like your marriage is failing anyway, so it's just like you need to just let it go. Like you
mm-hmm,
cannot say your marriage is a success now. It's just let it go.
uh-huh,
Like try with somebody else.
RZA, really? Is that really happened? His son
Really?
also removed it. That's what I'm trying to
Jaden
figure
removed
out.
his last name? Or are you talking about his other son? I thought was his other son
Trey.
Travis?
Trey, I think his
Trey.
name is Trey. Trey, yeah. They both of them?
Wait, no, I gotta look this up now.
Yeah,
Let me grab my
hey,
tablet.
Yeah, RZA, you gonna have to post that in the Discord or something, man, because I gotta see them articles, man, because I had no idea that happened. Like
Damn.
if that's the case, I'm literally today years old finding that out. If that's true, Jaden not surprised. Okay. I mean, Jaden is a weirdo anyway, because wasn't he messing around with Tyler the Creator or something? So yeah, I ain't surprised that he would do something. But Trey is the only one that actually has some damn sense.
Trey was the most normal one. It was like
Yeah.
Trey was the most normal, followed by Willow and then Jaden.
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh snap!
But
What's
but
going
but then
on,
again,
Brownie? I see you down there.
Trey has a different mother. They
Yes,
wasn't
yes, he
raised
does.
by Jada, so yeah. I think Jada
Yeah,
might have a big reason for why they came out the way they did.
yeah, but remember when you just said something about how Will feels like if he leaves a marriage that he feels like it failed and stuff like that? Remember you said that just a minute ago?
Yeah,
Wasn't he married to his first son's mother?
yeah. I mean, he told the story. He told the story about how with his first wife, he wanted to basically leave his first wife for Jada, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't ask for a divorce. But his
Mm.
wife was aware of what he wanted to do and divorced him anyway. But I have a feeling he regrets that crap now.
Oh yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. He should regret it because now he dealing with a bald-headed nutcase.
That's in love with Tupac. Still can't
Yeah,
get over him.
that's in love with a man that's been dead for almost 30 years. Like what? In 2 years, it'll be literally 30 years since Pac has been gone. And you still in love with him, like he's just gonna come through the door and sweep you off your feet and be like, "Hey Jada, you know I still love you, baby." Oh my God, too. And you know it was bad the fact that Will's daughter wrote Tupac a letter. Like when I heard about that, I'm like, Lord have
But
mercy.
but but you
Like,
see, that's why I said that Jada is probably the reason why they came out like they did.
hmm oh yeah, definitely.
Jada looked weird with his pink hair. Well,
Oh yeah,
I'm looking him up, and he looked weird as
uh,
fuck with his pink hair.
absolutely. You said Jada or Jaden?
Jaden.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he was weird anyway once he started growing those little dreads and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. I don't even care about them like that. It's like, wow. Like I can't even believe how bad that is, man. Every time I think about them, it's just like this.
Damn, damn, damn.
Oh my God, yo. But yeah, I had no idea that Trey and Jaden changed their last name. That's oof. That's supposed to be his legacies right there. And they disowning them? Sheesh.
Damn. So what they gonna be called? Jaden Pinkett?
Shoot. So
But yeah, I'm trying to think of any other actors who either got a clean rep or got a bad rep. And who else?
let me see. I mean, other than the situation that happened with his wife or whatever, so far Kevin Hart has a clean slate. I mean, he did get in trouble for the homophobic comments he made that cost
No,
him
he
a
got in
post
trouble
gig.
for what the dark skinned woman comments. He said something about dark skinned
Oh,
women. I remember that because I
oh,
remember
okay.
maybe I don't know if he was in this space, but they used to have we call it this colorism conversation a lot about dark skinned women, and I remember them talking
I
about it
probably
like crazy.
I probably was in the space. I probably just wasn't around like frequently like I am now. Like I probably was just like at that time, like literally just peeking my head in and stuff. Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
used to hate those
Blair.
conversations.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did, except for the ones that live for that type of stuff. Okay, Blair Underwood, Morris Chestnut, Michael Eaton. Yeah, those dudes pretty much got a clean slate so far.
Well, clean rep, clean rep. I
Yeah,
ain't hear
clean
nothing
rep.
bad
Yeah,
about them.
right. Shoot, even old boy that played in Baby Boy, what's his name? Omar Gooden. He got a clean rep. He ain't nobody ever said nothing about him.
Oh, but okay, Tyrese. Because not since you said that, you just gave me an idea. Tyrese. You could definitely say his reputation took a hit because he was crying about his wife breaking up with him. How much do you want from me? They made a meme about his crying face and all that crap. And
What more do you want from me? Oh my.
his rap took a major hit from that.
Congratulations! Oh my god.
This is yo, this is why you don't want to put your business online like that. Because that's online is forever. So people can constantly troll you for that one moment.
Yeah, yeah, and he can't take it back. No matter how many times you try to have those videos taken down, somebody gonna pop up with it again, man. It's once, like you said, once it's out there, it's out there. You can't get rid of it. The only way you can get rid of it is you got to get rid of the whole internet as a whole. Like you have to destroy the entire internet, which will never happen. So, yeah, you're done, brother. We're gonna be left with memories of
What
this all
more
the time.
do you want from me? Oh my.
That's messed up. That man was going through a lot, though. It's like now that I
Yeah,
know his story, I feel bad.
yeah, because I mean that was
But
for his kid, you know what I'm saying. But still, man, like, and it's still crazy
but
how
yeah,
his ex-wife is
his
still making money off of this.
bro, she's a YouTuber. Like, I was mad too, cause I used to like see like some of her videos on IG and Snapchat when I used
Hmm.
to have Snapchat, and I was
Yeah.
like, yo, this woman is making a lot of sense, and she's cute, little Latina. She's
Uh.
talking about Sigma males and stuff. I was just like, you making
Yeah.
sense. And then when I found out that she had a baby father, and then her baby father was Tyrese. I was like, oh my god, these chicks be chameleons out here. Like she
Shit.
almost got my ass. She
Yeah.
almost got
But
my ass with that.
but not only was Tyrese's baby mama, but that was his wife at one point, and she was the one who divorced him.
Yeah, and yeah, that's crazy.
Hmm. And then, like, I
But
don't know if you saw, but she had an interview basically saying how much she kind of regretted doing that because she listened to so many other people telling her that she needed to get up out of that relationship.
I don't believe that shit. I think she did that just to make herself look good. Because how you saying that, but you still trying to sue this man for a crazy amount of child support? It's
Right.
like I think she did that for her rep because she was aware that Tyrese was actually talking about his side of the story about how she the way she kind of divorced him, like he was away filming for a movie, and then she just kind of like abandoned ship with the house. Like she took the
Yeah.
kid and fled, right, and locked him out his house and stuff. And then she was starting to sue him for child support, and it was all out the blue, and she ain't really explaining nothing. So
Mm. Now that was grimy as hell, man. Like she just up and left and took the kid with him and stuff like that. That was grimy as hell for that one, yo. Like, I, ugh, I can't even. I couldn't even imagine something like that. Just like that would mess anybody up. Like it's bad enough that you left, but then you took his child away from him too. Like and plus, I think he said something to the effect like he was on his way home from I guess either
yeah,
like doing a movie or
he's
something,
doing a
and then when he
movie,
came
and he
back,
was flying
yeah,
home.
yeah, like that's some shady shit right there. That was some shady shit. That's all I can say about that, yo. Woo. But yeah, but like I say, man, you gotta watch what you put online, man. Watch it. because it will be
Yeah, but
yes.
yeah, I don't think like that ended his career because people still go to see Tyrese when he be having like little performances, and I know people would still see him if he was in Fast and Furious, whatever number they on now. So it
Last
didn't
time I
ruin his
checked,
career.
yeah.
It didn't ruin his
Last time I
career, but
checked,
it
he was
did.
10.
Yeah, I was like, but people can still make fun of him because of that crap.
I didn't end his career, but it took a hit though. That's for a fact. It didn't end it, but he took a haymaker with that one. Like it didn't knock him out for the count, but like you said, people gonna still remember that. Like, and people still gonna use that sound clip just like I use it. So yeah. Mm, mm,
Okay, but I think I talked about all my gripes with yesterday in the space. So
right.
I'm kind of like head out because I don't want to be up till 4:30 in the morning arguing with
Yeah.
niggas. Um, yeah, so
Right. I feel it
it was
though.
good talking
Thanks
to
for
you,
coming up
and
here.
yeah,
No doubt.
thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. You know you're always welcome over here, man. For real.
All right, take care, bro.
All right, man. You too, homie. Right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That was conversation between two bros, man. That was a dope discussion, man. Had to get that out there and speak our piece on that. And I see Irby in the chat. He was typing what he was typing and stuff like that. And like I said, man, we just I say it all the time, man. We gotta be mindful of what we put on this here internet, man. Like I say this because our image has already been tarnished, even when we ourselves don't do anything to tarnish it. Like it's the always the ones that's at the forefront that ruin it for the rest of us. So I say that all the time, like man, we as black people, we have to watch what we do. We have to watch what we say because we already going at this from an unfair perspective. But we have to go through life the way that we go through it, man. We can't ask somebody to come help us out or stuff like that. We got to continue to push forward, and we got to show people that we're not this stereotype that they make us out to be. But until people are really ready to call out the stupid shit, we gonna continue to be where we are right now, and then you're gonna have people that's gonna be sitting there wondering like, why can't we just get it right? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? It's like, nah, man. Like, you gotta be willing to stand in the fire and tell these people like, look, the way that we moving is not right, man. Like, it's not cool. And that's just like with the whole Diddy situation. How can you literally defend this dude for what he's done? You can't defend that. Because if you do defend it, that really just makes you look bad at the end of the day. Because what would you do if this was your sister that this happened to? And I know people get sick like, I'm tired of hearing that stuff, but it's just a fact though. What if this was your female best friend that this happened to? What if this was somebody that you really cared about and this happened to her? You're just gonna tell her, oh, you're extorting them, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like, come on now. Like, and plus, nobody's worried about rich folks at the end of the day. Like, yes, they have millions upon millions of dollars. They have billions of dollars. Like, but nobody cares about that when you're a shitty person. It's just facts. Like, and then like I said, when you're black, you have to move differently than white folks. Because yes, there are other people of other ethnicities that do the exact same thing that a Diddy did. Even some famous people. But do you really hear that all in the media like that? No. But you'll hear it a lot when it's guys like Diddy or guys like this, that like and here's another example. Think about Dr. Dre, what he did with that female reporter D Barnes when he slapped her. You, this been I don't know. It's been over like 2 to 3 decades since that happened, and dude still gets asked about that today. So it's like You can't sit here and say that, oh my God, y'all are celebrating a black man's demise and stuff like that. No, I want black men, whether you're in the same boat as me or you're making more money than me or you're one of the wealthiest black men of all time. Like, I want y'all to move smarter. I want you to be better. Because you're already gonna have people that's gonna look at you like you don't deserve that type of stuff that you got. You don't deserve that money. You don't deserve those cars. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. You gotta show them like, look, I worked my butt off to get to this point, and I'm not gonna do anything to try to sabotage that. And what this Diddy situation has showed me that there's no real growth in this black community because there's no such thing as accountability. Yeah, we can hold one specific gender to accountability, but when it comes to the other, oh no, we just leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, for guys, you can hold a woman accountable if she do some jacked up stuff, but when a man do something crazy, y'all are silent, and vice versa. There's a lot of women that love to hold men accountable for the crazy stuff that they do, but then when they hear about their girls doing some grimy stuff to other men, they be quiet on that too. That's why I say it needs to be accountability on all fronts. On all fronts, not just on one side or this side. It needs to be accountability for all sides, and that's the only way we as a people can really grow. That's the only way that we can grow, because you have to take that long, hard look in the mirror and see, yo, something just ain't right. Because the more you ignore it, the worse it gets. And then once it gets to a point of no return, it's nothing you or anybody else can do about it, because you'll be so stuck in your ways. Can't nobody reach you. And that's just a fact, yo. But I feel like I did a lot of talking tonight, man. It's already after the 3-hour mark, yo. So I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through on tonight's show. And it's good to be back into the flow of things, man. And like I said, make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channels, man. Subscribe to Killa Swag 216. That's my main channel. And then subscribe to my second channel, Killa Swag District. Make sure you subscribe. Miles, put them in the chat if you can, man. Like, just put it in the chat. Let everybody know where you can subscribe at, stuff like that. Because I'm going to try to make sure to bring a lot of hot content over here, a lot of fire content over here that only the boss can do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed the rest of their Saturday evening stuff. But your boy is getting hungry right now. I ain't had nothing to eat since breakfast. So on that note, man, I'm probably about to get up out of here and probably get me something delicious to munch on. But like I said to my brothers out there, man, never let anybody in these spaces tell you not to hold somebody accountable, because we ain't never going to grow as a people if we don't. We're going to always be in the same mess, always. But on that note, y'all, I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening. Go out, do what you go do, even if you're just kicking back and chilling in the crib, man. But your boy is up out of here, man. I'm hungry. I've been sitting here for over 3 hours, so deuces, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening off rip.
I see dead people.
Hey, Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, Nella nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? P-Rest, that's for bitching. You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got favorites all up in content. Might write this with a doctrine. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your false street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way. Step that way. Then step this way. Step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way. Step that way. Then step this way. Step that way.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.